Welcome to Let's Get Podcast. This is going to be episode 21, I think. It's going to be 21. I need you each.
This podcast can drink now.
Yep. Hey, yeah. I didn't think about that. Last time was 20, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, this is... Oh, man, and we're going to drink on this one. It'll be a special occasion. We'll drink this time. That never happens. So this is the podcast. My name is Eric. I'm the host of the podcast, and I'm joined by...
Andrew, here. I'm here.
Did it for the first time ever. Oh, man.
Oh,
Let's get pops. Hold on. Popcast. All right, there we go. Samurai Popcast. And I'm joined...
Elbow right there.
That's because my elbow. All right, and I'm joined by Dave O'Banjo of GamingWithScissors.com.
Heyo.
Heyo. And I'm
Heyo.
also joined by Jonathan Mustard Ketchup. Johnny Ketchum.
Tartar
Johnny Ketchum from... Wait, what?
I said tartar sauce.
Oh, tartar sauce. That's his stepbrother.
Yeah.
And I'm...
Yeah. He has a British cousin, Worcestershire.
Worcestershire sauce. And Johnny Ketchum of Agents of Geek.
Yeah.
There we go. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Hello. Are you there?
Yeah.
All right.
Hello.
Cool. And we were going to be joined by Ryan Wilson, but unfortunately his mic was still dubstepping it. So we weren't able to have him on. He was trying, couldn't get it to work. So maybe next time. So this time we're going to talk about some games, but first let's talk about not games. So what you been eating lately? I'll tell you what I've been eating. This morning I've been going.
Start with the drinking?
Hey, let's talk about what you've been drinking.
I don't remember the order.
No. You're right. That is the order, and
okay.
I put it up because I was going to say the reason I picked these. So what we're drinking tonight is Buhai, it looks like, red ale of Crazy Mountain, Red Tail Ale, okay. This is going to be of Mendocino, I guess. Mendocino? Oops, my bad, I thought it was Italian. Brewing Company, and then Red Seal of Rudrix.
They all have the word red.
They all have the word red in the name. So, do you guys remember the tagline for PlayStation back in the day? Way back in the day?
Reddit.
It's you... Wait, you got it? What?
I was just making something up.
No, you said red something.
I said Reddit.
All right, it is not. But no, it was you are not, and then a red E.
That's right.
So I just picked a
God,
bunch of
you're
red
really
stuff.
stretching.
Oh God, am I?
You could have.
I looked at all the
good
beers.
Beer.
I looked at all the beers. Hey, we don't know if any of these are good, so it's cool. We're trying a new beer. So anyway, it's you are not.
I
ready.
know this one's good.
Yeah.
These ones.
Well, we're gonna
I'm
try.
Not so sure.
We're gonna try, and we'll find out. Okay, so that's what we're drinking. What are you drinking? What kind of PlayStation flavored water are you playing, Davo?
I'm drinking a Coca-Cola in a red can.
Oh,
wow.
That kind of works. You didn't know I was gonna do that. Good. All right. And what are you drinking, Johnny?
I'm sick, so I'm drinking a
Hot toddy.
blue Gatorade.
Oh.
Yeah.
Red Gatorade.
Why aren't you just sipping on that scissor?
Orange is the best.
I
flavor
should be
of Gatorade.
sipping on some scissor.
Sipping on that red cough syrup. What the hell? Sipping on that cough syrup
I thought I said red cock.
for your health.
For my health. Yeah, that's true. We could do that for my
You
health.
can get chopped and screwed and sip on some expired scissor. All right.
Check it out.
I'll just be super out of it the entire time. So guys,
Oh my God.
What you been eating? So, do you have anything, Andrew? You're yawning. So we're already off to a good start. This is an exciting podcast.
Yeah. What? I don't. Someone else go first.
Okay, I'll go. This morning, I've been going to Japanese class every Saturday, and my teacher is super cool, and she'll just bring in stuff from Japan, and she was just like, oh, I just brought in a snack for no reason whatsoever, and she made, it was like a sweet potato, but she put this stuff called agar-agar or something like that on it, which I guess is some kind of it's like a gelatin, but it's from a plant.
Sounds Hawaiian.
It's from a plant, I guess. It's from a plant instead of an animal, and then she put syrup on it, so it's like a kind of like a gelatinous sweet potato. It's delicious.
So
And
it's like a potato with maple syrup on it?
That's part of it, yeah. There's like she mashes them up and then she puts the agar agar or whatever on it and syrup and some other sweet thing, and it was good. It was really good. And I had that. And I went to Sakura Square recently, Japanese district downtown Denver, and I got strawberry Kit Kats. Last time I went there, they had like a green tea matcha Kit Kat, and it's like more subtle, because it's green tea flavored. But the strawberry one is mad strawberry. It's really good.
Oh man!
I also got green tea. It's like 2 pancakes with sweet red bean in the middle, and like drink it with coffee is so good. And I got like a green tea Swiss roll. Oh, there's beer time, I guess. And there it is. That was sweet. Green tea Swiss roll and like green tea mochi. Which mochi, if you don't know, it's like it's made with rice, and it's like basically a super deadly food because people die every year in Japan from eating it because it's super chokeable. And there you go. They actually invented a vacuum cleaner that you can, like, not cleaner, but a vacuum that you can put down your throat if you're choking on mochi. There you go. Happens every New Year in Japan. So I'm done talking.
I got one now.
Here.
Yeah. So I don't have anything like in particular that's awesome, but I do have a funny food-based story.
Okay.
So we went to the company Christmas party about a month ago, and they had various hors d'oeuvres, and one of the hors d'oeuvres was wild game meatballs, which when you say it fast enough sounds like wild gay meatballs. So there were wild gay meatballs.
Delicious. Those are the best kind.
Yeah, well, you don't want your meatballs to be straight.
I guess not. All right, I'm not certain if I can put that in or not. But cool. Any other offensive foods you've been eating? I don't know.
We certainly don't want your gay meatballs to be not wild.
Yeah.
True.
No, I can't think of anything.
Gay meatballs gone wild. All right. We'll just ponder whether I should put that in or not. Okay. What about you, David? What you been eating?
Let's see. Since last month was Christmas, and my wife had a Christmas party. It's super fancy. They had it at the new Baylor football stadium that they just built this year. And they had like prime rib that some guy was carving, and it was delicious. I had like 3 slices, I think.
Nice.
Yeah. And but anyway, I got a story for this morning or today. I went to the flea market, and well, let me tell this story first about the flea market.
Oh, yeah.
I went with Sean, and we went to this one dealer. And I just found this, DS case, and it was a Pokemon Heart Gold.
Pokemans,
and I don't know anything about Pokemon.
Let me show you them.
But anyway, I looked in there. Well, first I asked her, I was like, how much is this? And she said 50 cents. So I said, okay, 50 cents. But then when I opened it up, it had a Final Fantasy 1 and 2 for the Advance.
Wow.
And I said, well, because it came with the case and the book. So I said, well, I got this. And I told Sean, I said, well, maybe I'll find the game. And he said, yeah, maybe. And so then, like, an hour later, we went to this other guy's deal, and he had, like, one of those little flip books that has a bunch of DS games in it. And then I was looking through them, and I saw one Pokemon game. And guess what it was?
Food.
Heart Gold.
That's the one to have. I hear. I've never played it.
And the guy wanted $10 for it. And I was like, oh, okay. So now I got it complete. And it's like $50.
And then you ate it.
And then I ate it. But no, anyway, after the flea market, me and Sean went to Burger King.
Oh, wow, Burger King.
Oh, wait a minute.
Exotic.
Did you get the Black Whopper from Japan?
But anyway, you know how they have that spicy chicken sandwich or whatever?
Oh, at Burger King? Yeah.
Yeah. And so anyway, I ordered the spicy chicken sandwich, and then when I got it, I unrolled it and everything, and it was just an original-ass chicken sandwich, and they poured a whole bucket of sriracha on it.
Ooh, yeah. That sounds nice.
No, I had diarrhea all day. But no, it was good, but, my stomach was upset all day.
Diarrhea?
Yeah.
The diarrhea was
the diarrhea was amazing.
The diarrhea chicken sandwich.
It was the best diarrhea I ever had.
It's the diarrhea sandwich.
Oh, God. That sounds so appetizing.
But no,
it's like a sloppy Joe.
Sloppy
Joe.
Sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe, yeah. Sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe, come on. Sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe, yeah. Sloppy Joe,
But anyway, I was pissed, but I ate it anyway. So. 'Cause I was
What is
hungry.
it that they have now? They brought something back from the 70s. It's
Oh,
called
that Yumbo.
Yumbo. I had one. It was pretty
Was it
all
good?
right. Yeah, it was fine.
It's pretty.
Is that Burger King?
It was like it's like a cheese and ham sandwich or some crap. I don't know. It basically was like a cafeteria thing. It was fine. I ate
It's
it.
only like $5.99.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah. Well, I didn't say it was awesome, but it was fine.
Sounds
should've
like
got
a
that.
diarrhea sandwich.
It kind of does sound like a diarrhea sandwich.
Dunked it in sriracha. No. Cool.
Okay,
What
so
you
that's
been
it.
eating, Johnny?
I can't think of anything that I've been eating that's interesting. I mean, during Christmas, Marissa, my girlfriend, and I made a bunch of stuff, and we did all right. We made this thing that's called like cheese. I forget what she calls it, but it was like
Cheese.
yeah, it was cheese. It was just cheese.
Cheese gave me balls.
What is that called? It's just cheese.
When my wife used to teach, she at
Oh,
the
boy.
school she taught at, there was a regular lunch that they'd have for the kids called Cheese Pleaser.
Oh yeah. That's hot.
So
It's like something like that, like something dumb, but
it is now called Cheese Pleaser. Every time she makes
Okay,
it, you will
yeah.
call it Cheese Pleaser.
for sure.
Oh, honey, that was so good. I'm so stuffed, but I really could go for some more cheese.
It was so pleasing.
It was super good too, though. Like, but what it was like a flour tortilla that we deep fried, and put like green chilies, bunch of cheese, and salsa on top of it, and then baked it for like 10 minutes. And that shit is awesome. It's so good.
I did it.
But yeah, I'm totally gonna call that cheese pleaser because I
Call
never
it
remember
cheese
the name of it at all.
I'd do
She
it.
always tells me about it. She's like, "Oh yeah, we used to always make this." She's like, "I don't know what this is, but it's awesome."
Like, you can make Cheese Pleaser anytime you want.
Yeah, I'm into that.
All right.
But yeah,
Oh, wait a minute. Did you tell me? Oh yeah, no, we already talked about drinks. All right.
Yeah.
Moving on. So
Yeah.
what you been playing? I'll start. I've been playing that new. Well, it's not that new, but it's Smash Brothers on Wii U. Been playing it. Played a game with Dave O'Banjo last night, and he destroyed me.
No, it was.
Oh, he's
easy.
better at button mashing than you are?
Yeah. Well, at first, and then I think we ended up kind of evening out. I don't know. I don't really.
Yeah.
I didn't keep track, but we kind of went back and forth. So that was fun.
I heard all the professional button mashers are really upset about like Ping Pong or something.
Yeah, I don't understand why. I don't know anything about it. I guess he's
Yeah.
super cheap. I don't know.
I thought it was fun.
Yeah, it's a fun game. And then I beated Shovel Knight.
Oh.
It's so good
It's
of
like
a game.
Mega Man with armor and shovels.
Yeah, it's like Mega Man meets DuckTales. A woo.
Ooh.
Yes,
Ooh.
it's good. Very good. So what have you been playing, Andrew?
So having had Christmas at the house, lots of kid-based games like Disney Infinity 2 and Lego Hobbit, which is actually quite good.
Oh.
I like Lego Hobbit.
Is there singing?
No,
Good.
no, not really. There's actually there's all like the last the Lego Movie game and Lego Hobbit have like almost I don't know how to describe it, like RTs where you have to like push X in sync with things on the screen.
Aha,
Shut
like a
up.
rhythm game.
Yeah, almost like very basic rhythm gamey. And so I mean, maybe that's. But then for myself, I've been playing Borderlands the pre-sequel. And any Borderlands players on the podcast?
I've played
Yeah.
the first one.
I have
Yeah.
one. And I have two, but never played it.
Me too. Same thing.
I've been
So-
playing Borderlands 1 a little.
Oh yeah, so I freaking love Borderlands, and pre-sequel is no exception. It took me like, I don't know, a while to kind of get into it. At first, I wasn't really feeling it, but now I'm liking it. You know, it takes place on Pandora's moon, called what the hell is it called? Oh, no, I can't think what it's called. Anyway, it takes place on the moon, so the gravity is really low. So like when you jump, you like float like crazy
Oh, that's
high.
pretty cool.
And they actually built a lot of the game mechanics around that. Like there's like this ground pound thing you can do, and a lot of the skills you can earn give you like bonuses while you're in the air. So like when you jump and you shoot, you'll have increased damage and things like that. And it took a little getting used to. Like it took a while for me to kind of figure out that you're supposed to spend a significant amount of time like jumping around. And so a lot of the battles, like you kind of find yourself surrounded, and the best way out of that is to kind of make yourself airborne and jump from one side of the battle to the other and stuff. And it's, I don't know, it's a little tedious at first, but once you kind of get used to it, it's a hell of a lot of fun actually.
Cool.
Sweet.
I'll have to play the second one so I can check that out.
Yes.
Do we need to check and see if this is recording?
No.
All right, you trust. All right, what have you been playing, Devo?
Let's see. Christmas time. What did I got? I got some of those flashback machines, the Intellivision and ColecoVision ones.
Nice. Oh, ColecoVision.
The ColecoVision only has like 3 good games on it.
What are they?
It's I don't know.
All right.
But no, it's got Zaxxon. Did I say that right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Zaxxon.
Zaxxon.
But anyway,
Zaxxon 5.
But when I play it, it's got like this annoying high-pitched squeal the whole time. I'm like, is it supposed to sound like that? So I mean, it's fun, but it's just annoying because I have to turn the sound all the way down. But I got the Intellivision one too, and the games there's a few better, there's a few more games that are better because it has like the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons one, and it's got another game called Minotaur, which I remember my cousins having when I was a kid. And it used to scare me because it's like first person and you're going through a maze and monsters are trying to come at you, and it used to scare me a lot.
That sounds familiar to me.
Yeah, because it starts out, you get this big-ass map, and then you just walk around, and I didn't play that much of it because it was scaring me. But, and let's see, I had birthday time, so I got Super Smash Brothers.
Ah, yeah.
Which Eric already said that we played, so.
Yeah.
And then I got a gift card to a used game store, and I got Thief on the 360.
Beef?
Beef, yes, beef. Yeah, beef the game.
Beef.
No,
Just
I'm serious.
watch
What is it? What'd you get?
Beef.
Oh. Beef. Well, maybe if you enunciate your words.
I am sorry.
Okay, so tell me about beef.
Beef, it's delicious.
Where's the beef? Thief. Okay, got it.
Well, I mean, it's Thief. You just go around and steal stuff and try not get caught.
It's a twist. All right, cool. So, Johnny, what you been playing?
I wasn't done yet.
Okay.
Last thing I was playing was Dragon Warrior.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
The first one.
Yeah, I'm at level 8, and it seems like it took like 12 hours to get there.
I'm sure it took that long. It's very, very slow going, but yeah.
But,
Did I ever tell my Dragon Warrior story on the
you did.
podcast? All right.
Which one?
When I was like...
And you never turned it off because you didn't know how to save?
Yeah. So anyway, when I was a kid...
Hey, this is a podcast. We tell the same stories over and over, so it's okay.
Relevant, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, so real quick, it was a Christmas gift, only I thought it was going to be...
Remember last episode, guys?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like an actual video game system. I thought it was a Sega Master System because my parents' friend bought it for me, and they put it in a box with a bunch of tiles, so it was heavy and big. And then it was Dragon Warrior, and I was all disappointed, but the game is awesome. But I didn't.
You say bacon?
Bacon, yes, Bacon Warrior. It was Bacon Warrior.
Oh my god, that would be internet.
Anyway, I didn't know how to save my game, so I was stuck at level 7 forever because every time I turned it off, it would reset.
The king said, "Do you want me to record your story?" And you're like, "Don't record my story."
Hell no, that's not your business.
Like every time I select yes, it takes 30 seconds. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I want to play.
Super doesn't take 30 seconds.
It literally takes 3 seconds.
Yeah, literally.
Well, that's too long when you're 7.
When you are a kid, it does way too long.
This is true.
Which.
And then he asks if you want to continue. It's like, get out of my business.
Yeah, leave me the fuck alone, King. I'm trying to do some shit here.
I'm trying to figure out how to stay in my game, ass. So, Johnny, what you been playing?
I've been playing a lot of PlayStation games.
Oh, brings us to topic.
Yes. Right now, like, Devo told me about playing Dragon Warrior, and I just can't do that. I'm playing Vagrant Story and Final Fantasy IX at the moment, so
Nice.
I'm pretty knee-deep in RPGs at the moment.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's a
Cool.
good
Final
system
Fantasy
to-
IX was the one with all the different colored mages, right?
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah.
That's the one with the guy that had a tail.
That one was
Yeah.
awesome.
I really haven't played it much.
need to
But it's a
play
lot of
it.
people's favorite, I know that.
9?
Yeah.
It's a hell of a lot better than 8, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 was a piece of shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
everyone.
man.
I guess I will say that, yeah, 9 is my favorite.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. So next, it's Alex's Game Corner. Oh, wait, Alex isn't here, done.
He has nothing to say about PlayStation, having never played it.
He gave up on Alex's Game Corner, I believe. Did you even ask him if he wanted to do it tonight?
Yeah, well, he said he wanted to, and then I'm like, it's about PlayStation, and he's like, oh,
I'm
I
off
wanted
the
to talk
podcast.
about Minecraft.
Of course he did. Just have Alex's Minecraft Corner, but he'll be like, did you know that when you get the red one, and then you go and you put it to the thing, and then you can make a big thing? And I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Kids with the Minecraft these days.
I love children's stories like that.
But speaking of
Like, oh,
children,
He started on Minecraft Club at school.
ah, sweet.
Nice.
Oh, I saw he made a little sword over here, a little Minecraft
They
sword.
they meet at lunch on the playground on gym days.
Oh.
Days that they have gym is our Minecraft days.
Dude, all those little kids are
And the other day,
helpers.
there's like 2 other kids in the Minecraft club, and the other day he canceled on them because he wanted to play with some other kids.
Wow.
I'm like, did you have Minecraft club today? He's like, no, I canceled it. Yeah, I know.
That's funny. It reminds me of a story that's not my story, but back in the day, I remember, well, Josh told me about it. I don't think he's ever told this on the podcast, but he was, like, friends with this kid that they both went to camp or something like that, and I guess Josh was, like, really into this kid's games. I don't know how friendly they were, but he was just into his games.
Did
And
they
he
touch
was like,
dongles?
uh-huh.
Did they touch dongles?
Yeah, that's right. They shuttle docked, and then, or whatever it's called. Docking, shuttle docking, one of those things. Look it up. It's the horrifyingest thing I've ever heard of. They touch dongles, and in any case, you know, they went to. They were. Josh was like, I know they both were playing Nintendo, and then they were talking about the Super Nintendo coming out. It's gonna be so cool. I'm gonna start a Super Nintendo club or whatever. And so they went. I don't know. They were talking about it at camp or some crap. And when I guess they got into an argument when they were out there. And Josh told him, he's like, "You can't be in my Super Nintendo club." That's the story. So,
Wow, cool story, bro.
and that was pretty funny. So speaking of things that are no, I guess we got to go back to when we were talking about cute things kids said. But yeah, speaking of that, Andrew,
Are we going into cute things?
Cute things, go.
I don't remember.
All right,
What was I gonna? Oh yeah.
Right when I got here.
Oh yeah, when Eric was on his way over, we were like waiting for him to show up, and Alex was like looking out the front window, and he's like, "I'm just waiting for my man Eric."
And then when I got here, like they were like, "Happy birthday!" And then Alex ran up to me and he's like, "And you're my man." And I said, "You're my man too."
That's awesome.
That was pretty awesome. And then we were playing Uno with Evan. And then, like, earlier, like, he basically, like, you know, you're playing Uno, and it's like, oh, now you got to pick 2 cards, Evan. And he's like, you failed my plan. and then at the end, when he won, he's like, my plan worked. I was like, what was your plan, to win? He's like, my plan was if you get and put all the cards, and then you win. I was like, yep, that's right. That is correct. That's how you play. Anything else, Andrew?
Holy crap.
Nothing comes to mind. No.
All right, you think. Davo, your kids have said something cute
Yeah.
recently.
Well, just a couple of things. Back when it was my birthday, no, I guess I'm a WWF DVDs from back in the day, like the 80s. And it was like SummerSlam and Survivor Series. It's like 5 discs in each one. Like this past week, my son had been sick, so I had to stay home with him. And he couldn't get out of bed or anything.
Sounds like you
so
got sick too there.
A little bit. But I was like, hey, you want to watch some wrestling DVDs? And he's like, yeah, sure. And we had watched some that past weekend. But then we were watching that, and it was a time that the Big Boss Man was coming out or whatever. Does anybody remember the Big Boss Man?
No.
Yeah. Didn't you wear a suit?
Well, he had a.
He was like a cop, right? Yeah.
Did he have like flowing lion hair?
No, he had.
No, he had like a crew cut.
Yeah.
My only exposure to
And a
WWF
goatee.
was like that. It was on before American Gladiators.
Oh,
Dude, yeah.
After it was Saturday Night Live, and then WWF, and then American Gladiators.
Really? Saturday Night Live?
Yeah.
You got to stay up that late?
I was in like
Yeah.
middle school and high school.
My parents wouldn't let me until last year.
Yeah, your parents hated you. But anyway, we were watching this one match where the Big Boss Man was a good guy, and he was like, "Oh, Big Boss Man, he's my favorite." And I was like, "He is?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "But that one match where he was fighting Dusty Rhodes, and he broke his ribs, and he cut his head open, I didn't like him then."
What a
Yeah,
fair weather
right.
fan.
And I was like, "Hey, who's your favorite wrestler?" He's like, "Hulk Hogan." And I was like, "It is?" And he was like, "Oh, wait a minute, it's Big Boss Man now."
Kids are so fickle. I said that earlier tonight because, like, I think we were playing the first round of Uno, and then they were like, "Oh, let's play another round of Uno," and they're like, "Okay," and so we played another one, and then at one point, all of a sudden, like, Alex just gave up on life and said, "I don't care." So like, he had the blue cards and the threes and whatever he needed, but he just didn't put any cards down. He kept pulling cards, so he ended up with like a pile of cards. And then when he showed them to us, we're like, "Why didn't you put any greens down?" He's like, "I gave up. I wasn't going to play anymore." And I said, "You guys are so fickle." And then they repeated me. They're like, you guys are so pickle." And so they started like flipping out on pickle, and they started calling each other pickle sandwich. You know, kids. Anyway.
Pickles.
Hilarious.
Anyway, sorry.
Damn it! I had another one, but now I forgot it again.
Aw.
Bitch.
All right. So
Yeah.
kids are fickle.
Moving on.
You guys want to do a podcast now?
Do it.
All right, I'll start recording. All right,
Okay.
now that we're recording, podcast. We're talking about PS1, PlayStation 1, PSX. Why is it called that?
PlayStation 10.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That came out in December 3rd.
In December 3rd.
In December 3rd of 20 years ago. English. So that's the way we were going to talk about it last month, but we all just needed a break, I guess. I don't know. We took a month off. So last month, and this was Johnny's idea, because last month PS1 turned 20.
Yeah.
December 3rd, and now it's January, whatever the
It
hell
can't
it is.
drink yet.
Yep. But we can. Every cast. Right.
Actually, you know what make you feel old is kids that were born like when it came out are about to be ready to drink.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Get out of here.
I didn't think of that. All right. So PlayStation came out in Japan, actually, in December 3rd, 1994. But it came out here September 9th, 1995. I think we should probably start with our first exposure to it. So when you exposed yourself to PlayStation, I saw commercials for it, and I just remember they were like, and I guess that's where that "you are not ready" thing came in. It was like, and like Twisted Metal, where that was a commercial that I remember seeing, and I think Descent maybe. What else? There was like another it was like some nauseating one. It was like all kinds of. I don't remember what it was. I don't know. Whatever. I'm done talking already.
All right. It's a good podcast.
Yep. All right. Next. That's you, Andrew.
I'm next. So I actually don't remember the first time I played a PlayStation.
Okay, Davo.
I know I had played PlayStation before this, but the first time I actually played one and said, okay, this is something I need to have.
Oh, okay.
Was
I didn't elaborate that much.
Yeah, a friend of mine brought his PlayStation and Resident Evil over to my house, and we played it in the dark, and we were scared.
Ooh, touch dongles.
Did you chutch?
Yeah, well, we. There was some holding.
There was some holding.
There was some mutual comfort.
Chutch. All right. Because it was mutual comfort. That's fine.
But yeah, that's I played that game, and I'm like, I need to get this. And
What game?
It was Resident Evil.
Oh, okay.
And then, so then not long after that, I got my PlayStation with Resident Evil. I think Resident Evil 3 was already out at the time. It was like at least, it was quite a while afterwards.
You were a late bloomer.
Yeah, and then I also got, like Final Fantasy 7 and all that. So my time with the PlayStation was fairly short before PS2 came out.
Okay.
So.
Well, I didn't know you were going to say all that, so let me go back and explain myself. I was a Nintendo boy through and through, and I'm sure I've said this a billion times on the podcast, but in any case, I was Nintendo for life, and then I was like, oh, what's this PlayStation? I was like, well, I kind of want it, but...
PlayStation, more like a name station.
So I ended up getting Nintendo 64, and, I waited for that to come out. I was like, yeah, Nintendo 64 is where it's at, and I played the crap out of it. And I remember I'd play PlayStation at a friend's house, and it was like, oh, Tomb Raider's pretty sweet, and these kinds of games. And I'm like, I don't know, whatever, Nintendo still's the best. And what really finally convinced me is I went to a mall where they had a kiosk set up, and it was like promoting PlayStation. I don't really know why that was happening, but they had like Gran Turismo had just come out, first one, and Metal Gear Solid. And they had a bunch of other games, and I was sitting there playing just those two games. I was like, I have to get a PlayStation for sure. And it was basically Metal Gear that sold me on it. And Gran Turismo, even the first one, like the graphics were so freaking good for the time.
Yeah.
I was like, it looks real. Like I can't tell that it's not even that it's a game. But obviously now that's ridiculous. But so I finally got one, but I had this guilty conscience because I was always like Nintendo through and through. And I was like, oh, I guess I got to get this PlayStation. And I think the first games I got with it were Bust a Move 2, like one of the big tall ones. How they had the tall packaging before just the CD disc one. Wow, that was redundant. And I got Grand Stream Saga, which was like an old RPG on there. It's crazy. Old and RPG. Done. And it came with a jam pack, which was pretty sweet. The jam pack that it came out with. You guys remember that?
Oh. Yeah, I do.
They were like, it was like a little demo disc. It had like a bunch of different games, and it had Bust a Move 4 on it. I freaking loved that. I played the crap out of it.
I had one that had what's that game? Jumping Flash.
Yeah, Jumping Flash. First person platform is crazy.
Yeah.
So that's me and Andrew. Sorry, Davo.
Let's see. You said it came out in '95. I must have been, I was 15, so 15 or 16. I don't remember where I got the money from. I mean, it wasn't from my dad because he didn't buy.
He didn't make it rain PlayStations.
By then he wasn't making it rain anymore.
But I remember buying it, and I think at the time when I bought it, like XCOM was out on it too. I'm trying to remember when it came out on. Like 95 or 96 or something like that. Anyway, but my own, because I had played the Sega CD, so I was already experienced CD games. What are these CD games,
Yeah.
And we all know how that goes.
I did not. Yeah, that's kind of a turd. I mean, this was my first. I mean, aside from CD-ROM, this was my first CD console thing because obviously, I was Nintendo, so I wasn't on 3DO or like. Sega CD or any of that stuff. But I mean, I had played it at other people's house, and like I couldn't say that like Nintendo was better looking than any of those things because I saw something on a CD. I was like, oh my god, it's like real, So I just kind of always felt like, what are you doing, Nintendo? But there was quality versus Sewer Shark. Sega CD and stuff like that. So it
had awesome acting in it.
Oh, it sure did. But anyway, that was my first CD console too.
But I had gotten when I got my PlayStation, I don't think it came. It came with that jam disc or whatever.
Jam pack.
And then I got that game A-Train.
It's
kind of like SimCity, but you ride around on the train and stuff. And
man, that is so Japanese. I can't believe that came out here.
And then I got XCOM, and I had bought the mouse for it too, so I could play XCOM better. And man, I played the heck out of XCOM. Gooder.
What is XCOM in a nutshell? I mean, what kind of game is it?
It's just it's a third isometric perspective. It's kind of like a squad game where you have to fight aliens and stuff. It's turn-based combat.
Huh? Never heard of it.
It's really fun.
Interesting.
So they reduded it.
Duded it.
Oh, they reduded it.
Yeah, it's on Steam. What? You didn't hear about it?
No, I saw it on Steam.
Yeah. But the thing that you can do in the new one that you could in the last one was like if your guys were almost dead, I used to put like explosives on them, and you could You can prime it. You can time it to what turn you want it to explode on, like after you throw it.
So you could kamikaze their ass?
Yeah, I just stick the guy in there, and after you shoot him,
Ex-kamikaze.
it blows up. It's
Ex-kamikaze.
hilarious.
Wow,
But,
there's not a lot of those around.
But,
Ex-kamikazes.
kamikaze.
What a horrible person you are.
Because they
But-
died.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Now I get
Yeah.
it. Thank you.
Because the war was 70 years ago, mostly.
That's just from old age. What a dick. You're the worst.
That and the plane crashes.
Yeah, well, I mean, it takes a toll on you over time, I guess. You're the worst.
But yeah, after I started playing it, it's just I started buying more games and more games. I think. Anyway, Johnny.
Andrew's killing himself over here over something. He's about
Dang.
to say something funny.
I'm just laughing about ex-kamikazes.
Okay, so Johnny.
Yeah. God, I don't know. I probably got into the PlayStation fairly young, but yeah, I too was a major fan of Nintendo, so I wasn't open to that when I was around my family. I mean, because we had an N64 as well. Didn't venture into CD, and
Did you think your family would resent you or something?
yeah.
Not under this roof.
Yeah, they would be really offended.
I'll be damned if somebody
Like-
plays a CD game.
Yeah.
Son.
So like, my uncle, one of my uncles who lived out of state, brought the PlayStation, and he had Ridge Racer, I believe, and it was even before Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
And that looked crazy to me.
Mm.
And after that, and playing Crash Bandicoot and stuff, I was obsessed. So I got one probably in like 96 or like late 96 maybe. And yeah, I fucking love the PlayStation.
Yeah.
It's truly the console that I grew up on. Like, when it comes down to it, like, that's probably, yeah, my Nintendo.
Hey, can we rewind back to funny things
All
Alex
right.
said?
Oh yeah, we sure can. Anytime, always.
It's the one I couldn't remember. So there's this radio ad that's playing in the Denver area right now on basically every channel, like no matter what you listen to.
O'Reilly.
No, not that one.
Hero.
I hate that commercial.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's for a men's health clinic where they take care of erectile dysfunction.
Ooh, this is gonna be good.
Have you heard this ad?
No, I couldn't keep up with it.
Oh, snap.
Oh.
Anyway, so like the ads, like they played them before Christmas, and it's these two women talking, and like the one before Christmas, like one of the women would be like, "Hey, what are you getting Tom for Christmas?" And the other one would be like, she'd be like, "I can't even think about that right now. It's been months since we've, blah blah blah." Right? Yeah, exactly. So anyway, the new one that's on, like, they just talk about how Tom went to the men's health clinic and how everything's better. So I always listened to the sports radio station in my car, and they were talking about Tom Brady. And they were just talking about Tom Brady's, this and that, and they were talking about him, and then they go to commercial, and that commercial comes on, and Alex goes, "Are they still talking about Tom Brady?"
They sure are. Does Tom Brady suffer from ED?
Does Tom Brady have ED and PE?
Wait, PE?
Premature ejaculation.
Oh, I haven't heard that. Man, because I was doing that all the time in school. I was going to PE like every day.
Yeah, you eat every day.
Right?
So yeah, that was the other funny thing, Alex.
What are you gonna get your husband for Christmas this year? An erection.
we call it the boner clinic.
That's so good.
The boner clinic ad. The boner ad just came back on.
Yeah, we have commercials
Oh, yeah,
around
okay.
here.
Tom Brady has ED.
All right, let's cut away to a commercial.
You make a great team. It's been that way since the day you met. But your erectile dysfunction? It could be a question of blood flow. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours.
All right, and we're back. There's a boner commercial.
Boner.
We have a commercial around here that there's like a spa or something, and they promote massages and facials.
Oh my.
And I always
Facials.
snicker.
With happy endings, or?
Yeah, that's what I always think of.
Oh, okay.
So it makes me laugh.
Well, facials is kind of funny too.
And then there was one time they were
You
doing
have to pay
like
extra for that.
one time I almost wrecked because they were promoting chocolate facials.
Oh my!
Is this tub girl all over again?
Oh no.
Hey, fun fact: I never played a Crash Bandicoot game.
Oh,
Really?
that is not.
I don't think I have either.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I liked them.
Yeah, I liked them too. Well, I liked 1 and 2. I liked 2 a lot
Yeah, that was a
Okay.
good one.
Yeah.
Like Crash of the Boys.
Crashing the Boys. Ooh, that's so much better.
Boys.
That's so much better.
I
used to
will.
play a lot of
I will
Crash.
agree. Crash and Boys.
Yeah, that was an interesting time. I mean, you had to have a mascot, so Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like Sonic,
Yeah.
Mario,
Yep.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yep. Remember the? I mean, well, the well, I
The
can't
Crash
I won't say
ad?
what it is, but yeah, exactly. The video game store I used to work at, they used to have they hired someone to spray paint exactly that: Mario, Sonic, and Crash Bandicoot on the side of their building. That was represented video games right there. But yeah, the old commercials with the guy that was wearing the Bandicoot suit,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
and
remember
he was
that.
all like a dick, basically.
Yeah, he was a dick. It's like, fucking, I'm not moving.
Well,
Fuck you.
It was the 90s. There
Yeah.
had to be attitude
Yeah, that's
everywhere, right? Yeah.
Everyone's
Yeah.
basically a dick. Welcome to the 90s.
The 90s were hard.
90s were totally
oh, they're
rad.
hard, so they didn't have any problems with ED.
Yeah.
That's not funny. All right, so Johnny, sorry, did you finish your story?
Yeah,
Seriously,
no,
why was
I mean-
everyone such a dick
I
in the
know.
90s?
I don't know. Grunge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that though. That's pretty much like also what sucked me in is those Crash Bandicoot ads, like him standing outside of Nintendo, just like, oh hey fat boy.
Hey, plumber boy, mustache man, your worst nightmare has arrived. Pack up your stuff. I got a little surprise for you here. Check it out. What do you think about that? We got real-time, 3D, lush organic environments. How's that make you feel, buddy? Feel a little like your days are numbered?
I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
You're hurting my elbow.
Is that Italian?
No, Bandicoot is an Australian name.
There's
Like,
like,
just like, alright.
I'll bet you don't even have torn jeans.
Yeah, exactly. You're not wearing jorts, are you?
Why don't you get some Jinkos, Mario?
Yeah. It's like, get
Your
with it.
skateboard back there.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, and that's kind of what the PlayStation represents for me.
Yeah.
It's like fucking attitude.
Everyone being
Yeah.
a dick.
That's
Yeah.
what the Genesis
That's what the
represents.
Genesis was, yeah. It's
That,
true.
yeah. The Genesis was like, yeah, they're totally rad. We're way cooler.
So rad.
But then fucking PS1 came in and it's just like, hey, fuck you guys.
We're
We don't give a
radder.
shit. Yeah, we're radder. We don't care. We're so cool, we don't care. So, yeah.
I guess we've kind of gone, from our first exposure to it and stuff. But before that, really, the interesting thing about Nintendo, the PlayStation, was that there was going to be a system brought about between Nintendo and Sony, right? They were going to make a disc
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
add-on, I guess, for the Super Nintendo. You guys can correct me at any time because I'm kind of going off the
I
top.
think it was going to be a console.
Console, piss, I'm a dunce. All right, and I guess Nintendo basically ended up teaming up with Philips instead, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And then Sony was kind
Sony
of
was like,
burned.
Fuck it. We're gonna
Sony was
release
like,
what we
fuck
worked
it,
on.
we're gonna. Yep. I mean, Super Nintendo really benefited from Sony being on board there for a bit because I think Sony had to do with their awesome sound that came from
Yeah.
the Nintendo.
Yeah.
But then other than that, it was like, peace, we're gonna do our own thing, and man, they fucking tore it up that generation. I mean, PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 fucking dominated.
Oh yeah. no
Yeah.
doubt.
I don't know. I mean, Nintendo 64 was pretty good, but PlayStation just, like, there was not a better console. Like, I mean, I'm having a hard time thinking. PlayStation 2 might be the only other one that just had such a fucking shitload of crazy variety of games. Like,
Yeah.
like all over the place, A lot of consoles fall into like, oh man, it's like, here's another shooter and all that kind of stuff. But like,
Yeah.
PlayStation had so much shit, and they were really not afraid to just release any fucking random thing. I mean, there were some super Japanese ass games that came out. I mean, I guess we had Jumping Flash was kind of a weird one. They had like Irritating Stick, which is
Yeah.
like
Oh,
based on a
yeah.
Japanese game show.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Talking about your dongle again?
Yep. Yep.
I saw Reno play that.
Irritating stuff.
That would be irritating. I gotta stop using that.
You remember
Yeah,
that? Yeah, that
Parappa the
game that had
Rappa?
Oh God.
Yep.
That was one of the things. Like before I got my PlayStation, I remember playing it at my friend's house, and he had a Jam Pack. I think it was Jam Pack 1 or whatever they were called, and it had frickin' Parappa the Rapper on it. And just you play that first level, and that is like burned into my head. Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. If you want to test me, I'm sure you'll find.
Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. If you wanna test me, I'm sure you'll find.
Right?
Yeah.
No? Anyone with me on this?
The things they teach you are sure to be.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah.
Nevertheless, you get a lesson from
Lesson from
teacher now.
teacher.
Kick.
The things I'll teach ya, be sure to beat ya. Nevertheless, you get a lesson from teacher. Now kick.
Yeah. See,
I mean-
it's
Gotta
bad.
believe.
I mean, I've got Marissa, like, anytime she thinks about the restroom, that's literally what comes to her mind.
When she thinks about the
no
bathroom?
way. I'm sitting in my car, yes, now for days.
No way. I've been sitting in my car, yes, now for days.
Like, yeah,
That's awesome. You know what's funny is when I bought my PlayStation, that's one of the games I wanted to get because like my friend that brought Resident Evil over, he also brought over Parappa the Rapper and played that, and I wanted it so bad I never bought it.
Huh. You wanted it so bad you never bought
I
it.
never owned that game. Like I
uh,
actually had a pretty good PlayStation game collection, but never got Parappa the Rapper.
In the rain or in the snow, I got the funky flow, but now I really gotta go.
In the rain or in the snow, I got the funky flow, but now I really got to go.
yeah.
I've never played Parappa.
It's so good.
Podcast.
Yeah,
It's so
play
good.
Yeah.
If you like rhythm games at all, it's fantastic.
Well, the thing that was cool
Yeah.
about that is it's a rhythm game, but like you actually did better if you
Free
kind
flow.
of free flowed it.
Yeah.
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 And
that
the
was-
game did an amazing job of like it really worked quite well.
Yeah.
and
The
actually,
balance of it does work well.
it was a brilliant game to come out with like early on for the PlayStation
It
because
taught me the buttons.
exactly that's the whole thing. And whenever when I was working at that game store, people would be like, okay, I'm getting a PlayStation, and like I would always recommend they'd be like, hey, look, what was your last console? Like Nintendo. Okay, that has 2 buttons. You might. Why is this beer not good?
It's because you poured it like a dipshit.
Here you go. So
Why is this beer not good?
so I was like, okay, there's a lot of buttons on this freaking controller. I mean, you had 4 face buttons, right? In addition to the D-pad, you had those 4 buttons, and then you had, well, depending. No, I think even the earliest
always
models
had
had.
4.
No, I had R1 and R2 on both of them. No.
Yep. Yeah, it always had 4.
So I mean, you had like 8 buttons in addition to what you were normally used to. So it was really good for learning the buttons, and it was a pretty easy sell for a lot of people. Plus, people would always come and say like, hey, I'm trying to get my girlfriend to play games because she doesn't really play games with me. I'd be like, Parappa the Rapper.
Yeah.
Parappa the Rapper or Bust a Move, and that tended to be people like that. So
For
So
sure.
let's talk about the controller.
okay,
Uh,
it's
But just because
comfortable.
it's like every game system up till then had either letters or numbers for the
Yeah.
buttons, and then they were just like fucking shapes.
yeah.
yeah.
And what's really frustrating about that, in a way, is like it wasn't even consistent between games. Like what buttons did what.
Well, that was
Because-
always true, but yeah.
Well, I mean, like
In Japanese
yeah.
games,
Oh,
like
yeah,
X
that's-
is no,
yeah.
X is no and
yeah.
circle is yes. Yeah, I mean that's like a very Japanese thing. And then when they brought it out, here's the opposite. But
Yeah.
some
Yep.
games stuck to that. So
Yeah.
it would fuck
Yeah.
you up for the games.
Yeah, but I think it's really weird that like for every other console, you can remember where the buttons are just because they're either like backwards alphabetical or not,
Yeah.
But then with the PlayStation, like I'm always gonna remember that X is on the bottom, triangles on the top, squares on the left, and circles on the right, and I have no idea how that is easy to remember.
Hold on.
It doesn't make sense.
Let me look it up.
It seems
You're
like that should be
correct.
impossible
Yeah,
to
no,
remember.
totally correct. And
I haven't even played PlayStation anything in probably 7 or 8 years because I don't own a PS3, I don't own a PS4, and my PS2 hasn't been hooked up in forever. And somehow I still remember where the buttons are, which is weird to me.
It took a while to learn it when the first time I played it, but I mean, yeah, when you practice with Parappa the Rapper, you get really familiar with the buttons.
for sure. And then, they kind of continued that, I feel like, with games like on the PS2, like God of War. Like, I feel like really made you get more familiar with the controller, like, as a whole. Now, like, you had the DualShock where, the first the first PlayStation controller didn't have the DualShock, and putting your hands around that is kind of weird nowadays.
Yeah.
It's so strange, and then playing games like that, like, I mean, Rob the Rapper came out in '96, and that's a weird controller to hold on to. I don't know.
It's not as weird as the N64 controller.
Yeah, no, not at all. But it's just different, and from like once you get the DualShock controller, it's just completely different.
Sorry, dude. Andrew and I have been laughing because you said DualShock. It just made it. I made a Bob Dole joke, so I held a pen in my hand.
Well, it's not a pen; it's a bottle opener.
Well, it's supposed to be a pen.
Dude, yeah.
And so I said Bob DualShock.
That's funny.
Sorry, dude.
No worries. That's hilarious. Just because even when I think about that, it's just like, oh, you think about like Bob Dole and the
Yeah. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Either that or bananas.
Bob Dole.
Yeah.
Bob Dole. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, no, that DualShock controller was awesome too. Like,
yeah.
I mean, well, I guess the Ape Escape was the game that kind of pushed that.
Yeah, Ape
That
Escape was the one that really introduced the DualShock.
So good. Laugh again, sorry.
That's just gonna happen over and over. Gotta refer to it as something else.
The Bob DualShock.
Yeah, the Bob DualShock.
And that's when they got their vibrator in the controller.
Oh.
'Cause that was on the Rumble Pack, by then in Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
There was something you said that made me think of something. Okay, let's talk about the first model. Why not? 1001 series, I think it was.
Yeah.
1000 series. Oh, it's just 1000
isn't
series.
that one still like coveted by audiophiles?
Is it? Oh, really? What's the difference?
Yeah, I think something about the sound chip in it.
Huh.
Yeah, there's like it's actually really hard to find first generation PlayStations.
Yeah.
See, I have one, but it doesn't work.
It was like the very, very first run, and then they changed something about it. I'm googling this.
The first run.
Yeah, the original had audio cords.
Oh, right.
On
That's
both
right.
ends, and
That's
yet there is something different about it. You're right.
Yeah. No, you're right about the hookups on that. I forgot about that. Well, because working at the used game store, we had to see the different models, and they sold for different prices. The 1000 model sold for the less of amount, of course, and they were actually prone to breaking down pretty easily compared to the other models.
Yeah, the disc or the laser itself was a lot more finicky.
Yeah, was it that, or was it like it would stop spinning discs or some crap? I don't know.
I've had a few PlayStations do that to me. Yeah.
You had to do it manually. Then you just, oh man, I gotta play this game at the right speed.
Yeah.
Just spinning it.
Spin it. It's not working as good.
But yeah, they had so many models. I mean, they had the 1000, the 5000, 7000, 9000, something like that. And I think by the 9000, I think I have was a 5 or 7000 series, whichever one it was. It was one of the last ones with the I/O parallel port on the back or something like that. And they sealed that off on, I think, the 9000 because people were using it to play pirated games and import games, which I definitely played a lot of. Actually, both. Which, I mean, I had games that, like, I owned them, but then I sold them, but then I kept my backups, and that's
no, for sure.
Definitely played some Japanese games too. So
that's the first console that introduced me to actual import games.
Mm-hmm.
And
me too.
It was amazing, and modding a console entirely.
Right, soldering in and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's true.
My buddy Tom did that for me. And then the PlayStation didn't work anymore a few months later.
Is that still Tom from the commercials that we were talking about?
Yeah. It's
all right, I'm bringing it back.
So quick Google search shows that the first PlayStation had the red and white RCA jacks in the back. Yes. And that's what apparently made it desirable for audiophiles.
Mm. Cool.
I don't know. Mine sounds K.
Mine sounds K. Should have seen his face. He's like, mine sounds K. I don't know. Speaking of the audio, how about that Redbook audio, huh? That's pretty sweet. Some of the CDs, you could actually like plug those CDs in your fucking CD player and listen to it.
Yeah.
You guys don't know that?
Yeah, there's
some of the games.
Yeah.
You could do that with Sega CD games too.
Yeah, you could do that with. I think I think there were some Dreamcast games that did that, or no? I remember I plugged a Dreamcast game, and it's like, it was fucking loud as shit. It's like, this needs to be in the Sega Dreamcast, motherfucker. Like,
Warning. This disc is for use only on Sega Dreamcast.
Whatever it was loud. And
Didn't the Dreamcast use DVDs?
Or maybe it was a PlayStation. No, it might have been a PlayStation game. I think it was one of the ones where it's like, yeah, you're putting it in here, but this is not meant to be in here. It was like, this is for play only on the PlayStation. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
So loud.
What do you think you're doing?
Yeah, it was that 90s attitude dripping through my speakers. Chill out.
I think you're right about that.
Yeah, so it was something that I thought it was Dreamcast for some reason, but maybe that was on PlayStation. Certain games, but the ones that worked, that was so cool.
Yeah, I think the Dreamcast did do it too. I feel like. I don't know for sure, but I do remember having something yell at me in my seat.
And it was loud as shit. It was like the loudest. It was
loud. You're right. No, like you mentioning that, I guess because I'm sober, like I'm just like, holy shit, he's right.
So maybe it's like if you put a PlayStation game in your Dreamcast, does it like make the Dreamcast catch on fire?
Oh shit!
It's like, this is supposed to be on PlayStation.
Like plays Cannibal Corpse at you. Just like,
No, seriously.
You ungrateful bitch.
It's like,
how dare you?
Certain CDs you have to play at lower volume, like, Venetian Snares comes like banging through. But like, man, it's nothing like when I plug that PlayStation in. That's just like, fucking playing it wrong.
No. It's true.
Anyway, so PlayStation. What else you guys want to say about it?
Dude, no, that was awesome because there was tons of soundtracks that I always listened to that were on games like Castlevania or like I know some extreme sports games that did that, and then I'd be like, oh, I love this soundtrack. I'm just like, oh, I can totally listen to it on my CD player.
Extreme.
PlayStation was the era of multi-disc games.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hasn't really happened much since. I mean, there's a couple, not many though.
Yeah. Like early 360 had double discs.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
double
many.
D's.
But then, isn't there some recent 360 game that's... Oh, yeah. GTA 5 is on multiple discs.
Well, yeah, it kind of is, huh?
But that's pretty uncommon.
Right.
In the PlayStation days, it was actually pretty common. Like, almost every RPG was several discs. Like, wasn't Final Fantasy X, like, 5 discs or something?
I don't know.
Final Fantasy X
was PS2.
Yeah.
Oh, 9. How many was 9?
9 was 4.
4, yeah. I seem to remember something with 7 discs. I can't remember what.
Jesus.
Lunar
PlayStation
stuff has like 7.
Which one?
Lunar.
Oh.
7?
Yeah, I think that might be.
Yeah, Lunar has like 7 discs or something
like
that.
I mean, it had a CD, like an audio CD.
Yeah.
And it had like a making of or something. Did those count?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't think they count as playing discs, but I know that some of them are packed with a lot of discs. I can't think of any other, though.
Like, that era, like the PlayStation era, that was like the peak of, like, your game has to fucking ruin your life. It has to be that long.
Totally.
And that's how it was. Like, I mean, I remember every time people would come in and sell games, the games that were notoriously long, I'd be like, how many hours did it take you to beat that? Like, Final Fantasy VII, like, I played it for 90 hours. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah.
But like that was what you wanted out of a game because, well, I mean, when we were at that age, it was like, fuck, I don't got shit to do. I'm in high school and whatever.
There's a Wikipedia page that lists every multi-disc console game ever.
Wow.
Ooh.
The PlayStation, the biggest was 5 discs, and it was Riven.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, Riven.
For her pleasure. I don't know.
Yeah.
I might have been tripping about that 7,000 series, by the way. I think it's 1,000, 5,000, and 9,000. I'm dumb. All right.
No.
Testament to my dumminess. So, what do you guys want to talk about now?
Do you guys remember that game, Tecmo Deception?
I do.
Man, that's one game I really do miss. It was super fun.
So weird.
Yeah, it was so different.
Yeah.
It's the first game I ever played like that. And you set traps for people, and they just wander around in your mansion.
Oh yeah.
And you're some guy that made a pact with the devil. Like Nintendo wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
It's like
that's evil.
PlayStation's got balls.
It's true, it really did. Like a lot of the games that came out, I was like, man, this is some shit I never saw on Nintendo.
Yeah.
I guess one thing I think I said this on the last episode too. Another thing that really pushed me into getting it was like the Mega Man 8 and Mega Man Legends. I played Mega Man Legends at my friend's house before I got to get it. I was like, fucking A, I need this in my life. Of course, some of the properties that I was used to, like Mega Man and stuff, moving over to PlayStation. Like I guess I got to make the switch or at least get both.
Yeah.
And
I was like that too.
I remember my English teacher was like in class talking to kids about PlayStation. She's like, I wasn't sure whether to get a 64 or PlayStation. I'm so glad you guys got me a PlayStation. Like, I'm just eating up those RPGs. I'm playing so many of them. I was like,
yeah.
I got to get one of these. My lame English teacher's got one. I just remember seeing
I was so stubborn. I got Mega Man on the 64.
Mega Man 64.
Yeah.
It's not as good as the one on PlayStation. Yeah.
Sure. I was like, I should have got it on PlayStation.
I should have had a V8.
I'm not ready.
I am not ready. I am not ready.
Yeah, no, there's that's what the PlayStation kind of means to me is like there's 3 genres of games that I got into because of the PlayStation, being like RPGs, fighting games, and
survival horror.
Yeah.
Yeah, survival horror.
Yeah.
No, I was just throwing that in there. I didn't think you were going to say that.
Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, those are the 3 like genres that stick out to me and what make that system. I guess also like extreme sports, like like skateboarding and like a fucking Razor scooter. They had all that kind of bullshit on there.
They did. Ooh, Tony Hawk.
Yeah, Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
I played just the demo disc. I played the shit out of.
Yeah,
I played a shitload of Tony Hawk.
So fun.
Yeah. So like
when I think back to PlayStation, I have to agree. It's like RPGs, survival horror, and Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
I just like the weird shit that came out. They put whatever.
There was a lot of weird shit.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like,
I just love it.
Yeah, there's even I don't know, like think about like Oddworld, Jumping Flash.
Yep.
Like there's so much weird random games on there. Heart of Darkness, that's a game that I've kind of been playing.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I can
by
see
the
it.
guy who
Yep.
it's by the guy who made Out of This World.
Okay, yeah.
It's like a little kid who
It's not like a sequel or anything, is it?
No, it's an entirely different game, but it's like a kid fighting shadows is what it looks like. But that game is very cinematic.
It's cinematic.
Yeah. Ooh. Does it have a space base?
Oh my.
It does have a space base, actually.
Oh shit.
Oh, spoilers.
But
is the space base cinematic? Is it a cinematic space base?
Oh jeez.
it's totally a cinematic space base.
Sweet.
But then you had weird fighting games like fucking Bushido Blade.
Yeah.
Like where
Yeah. Oh,
Bloody Roar.
Bloody Roar, man.
What's the one with the ninja where you're sneaking around?
Tenchu?
Tenchu.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
Tenchu.
Tenchu. I played
Tenchu
the shit out of Tenchu.
So good.
Yeah, there's
Assassins.
Yeah, assassins. Oh yeah, I told that story. That's right. Tenchu stealth ass.
Every time I see that game, I think about it. I think about your ass.
stealth
there.
ass.
I wish I had kept that. Man. No. That's like Silent but Deadly. That's a stealth ass when you don't you let slip it in.
Oh my.
God, man, I played the shit out of Tenchu. Oh my god, that was like the best. So good. There's a cheesy game that I played way too much of because it's really not that great, but I still kind of like it. Ninja.
It's just called
It's
Ninja.
just called Ninja.
It's like an NES game.
I think it's called like Shadow of Darkness or some garbage like that, and it's just not good. But that's what it is. I was just fucking around Ninja Shadow of Darkness, and it's by like Activision.
Wow,
or
the
something.
darkness has a shadow? How does that work?
Oh no, it's by Core or Eidos. I don't know.
Oh, I
That's the
don't
most generic sounding game ever.
Ninja Shadow of Darkness.
Shadow of Darkness.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
But I did play the shit out of
Isn't
it.
that redundant?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, how does darkness have a shadow? It is a shadow.
And Ninja's kind of like that's like what
He's
they
so
do,
dark.
and
It has a
I don't
shadow.
Yeah.
That's
I
how
don't know.
dark he is.
Sure.
I've got a list of games I got. I don't know.
Yeah, I do
No,
too.
please don't.
But then we'll talk about them, and then we'll be like, oh, that game.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
Yeah, there's
Like,
a game that
highlights.
Yeah, here's the highlights. Too extreme.
Dude,
too legit.
Extreme? Fuck yeah.
That's my favorite video that Lance from Retroware TV, Ito Bandito, did. Too extreme. He reviewed the extreme games, and there's like a video of him like out in front of his, like he's just in front of his house. His car is there. Like it's more extreme than, I don't remember what he said, but then he just like got a coffee mug and he like poured it on the roof of his car. He's like, ah, like for no reason.
So how extreme is it to play ESPN Extreme games, you ask? It's more extreme than spilling your morning coffee on your car.
And then he's like, I don't know, like
I feel like I've seen that. That
sounds extreme.
It was pretty extreme, and then there's like you can go to crazy places like something skate park or whatever, and then he's like, and Utah, and then he's like in front of a green screen, he's like, wow, I'm in Utah.
Lake Tahoe and Utah. Wow, I'm in Utah.
And I thought that was the funniest thing ever. And he's like, yeah, Wayne's World. I was like, oh,
I was gonna say,
I thought you made that up.
Wayne's World.
I thought you made that up, but
We're in Delaware.
yeah, we're in Delaware. Yeah, that's right. that I'm convinced that state doesn't exist. But so Too Extreme, I got A Train as well. It's a
A-Train.
Japan. Ace Combat 1, 2, 3.
Baseball?
Oh, I imported the third one, by the way. That was when I was getting into importing. That was pretty sweet. Ape's so good game. Did you play it?
Yeah.
That sounds familiar. I don't know.
Ah, this is a DualShock controller, man. It's all about that.
Yep.
Arcade's Greatest Hits, you started seeing a lot of those compilations.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Namco collection. That's
I got the Mega Man X. Oh, that's PS2.
Yeah, no, PS2.
I mixed
Sorry,
up my PS2s.
Yeah,
and
you did
PSs.
mix them. You mixed them up. Asteroids. See, and then they also revived old properties like, Asteroids, Qbert, Pong.
Oh, yeah.
Pong was a lot of fun.
The Pong game on
yeah.
PlayStation was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is funny. It's called Ball Breakers.
Nice.
I don't know what it is. I think I bought it because it's funny. Bass
I saw
Landing.
I saw
Bass Landing was
ball
great.
breakers at the flea market earlier.
I don't think I've ever played it because it looks like a turd. But I just thought it was a funny name, so I bought it. Bass Landing. Okay, this thing came with I think it was a no. It was Oski, I think, made the controller, but it looked like an official
fishing rod.
yeah, it was a fishing rod. And you played fishing. Yeah. Oh my god, I love that fucking game. Battle Arena Toshinden 1 and 2, like those were early ones. They came in like those big long. Remember those like cardboard big long boxes?
Do you have a commentary on all 300
early ones?
PlayStation games you own?
Fuck you. Do you want me to just go through them? Battle Hunter,
B.
I don't know. I just thought we could talk about some games.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Talk about games that are worth talking
Beyond
about.
the Beyond.
Beyond the
RPG.
Beyond? I kind of.
You know which one we haven't talked about yet?
What?
Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
That's so good of a game.
Yeah.
I think
That game is so
that
good.
one you could put in your CD player and listen to the music.
Yes.
That's what you're talking about. Oh, he's like the wind. That's the song at the end. I am the wind.
Yeah.
I am the sun, and one
That's
day
lame.
we'll all be one.
I am the sun, and one day we'll all be one. I am the wind, I am the sun, one day we'll all be one.
That's really seriously.
I have it on.
Symphony of the Night.
I have that game. I'm gonna pop it in my CD player
Yeah.
and see if it still plays.
Yeah.
Blaster Master Blasting Away.
Yeah.
That was not good. They had these weird like $5 games like at the end of the life. Board game Top Shop, which I actually enjoyed playing as a weird Japanese board game. Bomberman Fantasy Race. Bomberman Party Edition. So
Dude,
fun.
yeah, Bomberman Party Edition is the best.
So fun. Bomberman World. Brave Fencer Musashi.
Brave Fencer Musashi, I love that game.
So good. You guys, I'm going to stop because Andrew's getting frustrated. No, I'm not.
No,
I'm
it's
going to
fine.
finish
You
B.
don't have to list
I'm
every
going to
single one
finish
of
B.
them.
Bubble Bobble. Rainbow Island.
Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 7. Bushido Blade 1 and 2. I got Busted Groove 1 and 2. Actually, I think I have a copy of 2. That one's super rare now. Busted Move 2. Busted Move 4. I love it. Okay, I'm going to stop. Why don't you guys talk about some stuff? Normally, when I go through one of these lists, it doesn't take as long.
But
But
you
I have
have
so
a
many.
lot of PlayStation.
I have so
games.
many people
Yeah.
for B.
No, yeah. I have,
Remember what a turd Kingsfield was? Did anybody
No,
play
I
Kingsfield?
don't. Nope.
No.
Oh, what?
I would not play a game like that.
What was the game? It was on PlayStation, I think. The one that you and I have played it a few times now, where you just jump.
Dude, that game is so fun. All right, so it's Monster Rancher,
Oh, yeah.
but
I
it's
do remember those
called
games.
Monster Rancher Jump Around a Lot.
Yeah, what the hell?
I have it. Hold on, I have the list. The one that you were boo-hooing. It's called Monster Rancher Hop About. It cost me $1.99.
It is so fun.
It is so fucking fun.
Yeah, that game's fun.
Actually, I love Monster Rancher, but this one is just like it's like from behind your. It's like a 3/4 up from behind you or something like that view, and you just pick a monster and your monster jumps. And you're on it's kind of like a cubert or something like that. I don't know. It's 3D,
I don't know how to describe
and you're proceeding forward. And there's it's like a big a layout in front of you, kind of like it's all on the same level, but it's like the way it's designed is kind of like Cubert, I guess. I don't know. That's just kind of makes me think of maybe.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but you're just jumping from block to block, and some blocks will make you jump forward really far. Some of them make you jump back. Some will make you jump to the left, to the right. There's bombs. There's things. There's little power-ups and stuff. It's like the dumbest game, but it's so freaking fun.
Yeah, that's a good one. Monster Rancher is worth talking about.
I remember I had Monster Rancher. It was so weird.
The interesting thing about Monster Rancher is that you could put in any CD and it will read the serial on it and create a monster based on that. Yeah. So cool.
I used to not even play the game. I would just put in different CDs.
Oh, yeah. They just put in a shitload of CDs to see what they can get.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed the game. It was fun.
It is fun.
Yeah, do you guys have anything else to say about Monster Rancher? about PlayStation, since I'm just listing off random shit?
No. I mean, PlayStation... Just that's kind of PlayStation.
Sega.
Just PlayStation. I remember was the first console that I played where I didn't realize I needed a fucking memory card.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were a pain in the ass.
I mean, that was. I mean, I guess I was used to that since I had come from the Nintendo 64.
Yeah, I remember playing the Nintendo 64, but I don't ever remember dealing with the memory card. The memory card was always in the controller by the time I got my hands on it.
Rumble Pack.
I felt like I was swapping those goddamn things out all the time. How many slots did they have?
Just
16?
One. All right.
No, they had
blocks.
Blocks, whatever they call
them. Yeah, the blocks. Yeah.
Some games are 4 blocks.
They didn't think people could handle memory. They're just like, meh, just put block. This game takes 8 blocks.
Yeah. But since I was still so young, I guess I never handled that. That. So, but
you just restarted over like Andrew on Dragon Warrior every time.
No, it said, safe, but I didn't realize there was something in there. I looked in there just what is this? All right. And, the game would save and it'd be like, okay, cool, that's fine. But the PlayStation was the first game or console that I owned that I didn't have a memory card to. I played a game, turned it off, and was like, what the hell? What's going on? Why didn't it, save my progress?
On the CD.
Yeah.
It's read-write.
Yeah, man, those memory cards were a huge pain. They were fucking expensive, too.
And they didn't have much space. I mean, the official Sony ones, I don't think they
were $20 or $25 each, and I think they had 15 blocks.
They were not. Yep, that sounds right. They were not great. But then these third-party ones came out, and working at a used game store, I had to run into those ones. There were ones that had 360 blocks, and everyone was like, yeah, this is the mega thunk-tastic block.
But then they failed a lot.
No, not only did they fail, they burned your port. They fucked your port up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, your whole controller port would just be invalid. You couldn't even play with that
controller. That sucks. I never saw that.
Yeah.
That does suck.
Yep, we saw it happen. It was crazy. So, that.
Yeah.
Remember?
Remember.
Memory cards.
Memory cards. But, yeah, other games, I guess, I don't know, what game can we talk about? I mean,
can we talk about
Final Fantasy?
Descent? Made me nauseous.
That was a PC game for me.
Yeah.
I played that on the PC.
That's true. They tried to bring a lot of the PC games over to the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was common around that.
Like Wing Commander 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nobody played that but me, I'm sure.
D
made its way over there.
D's nuts.
Andrew just took out his headphones. I said D, and Davo said D's nuts.
Nice.
That's so Game Chasers of you. Yeah. What else?
Well,
let me see.
All right, I'm gonna start listening. Oh yeah, Tekken. That was a fighting game.
Tekken, Tekken came out the first 2 games came out pretty much back to back. Tekken 1 came out 2 months after the PlayStation was released here in November in '95, and then Tekken 2 is released in August in '96. So Tekken was a fun game. Tekken was looking back at Tekken now. Oh man, it's so fucking ugly.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I can't stand Tekken 1 or Tekken 2 nowadays, but Tekken 3 I still kind of love, and Tekken 3 was definitely a game that I played a lot on the PlayStation.
Okay. Everybody got quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I put it on mute and I forgot. I was gonna say Zhao Yu. I think her name was my favorite. She was like so fast.
Yeah.
She could do like the kicking stuff.
Yeah, she could kick you up into the air.
Yeah, juggle.
Yeah.
Juggle, yeah. She could juggle, yeah. All right. So good. I love the PlayStation. Why is your glass not
Because you're
good?
pouring yours gently, and then you just fucking dump mine in the glass. Here you go. Hope your ass likes more head than beer.
Everyone likes head.
Oh.
Aw, it usually takes a lot of beer to get there, though. Here you go. Here's the rest so you can figure it out. Sorry. All right, so I'm going to go back to listing games, and then you can stop me. Clock Tower, guys.
Yeah, I haven't
we
played
talked
it.
about this on the point and click.
I've never played Clock Tower.
Yeah, fucking.
I have it on PlayStation. I haven't played it on the PlayStation.
It's so scary. Okay, big guy, a guy's chasing you with giant scissors, and you got to like point and click. Andrew likes this mirror. Red Seal Ale, made with real seal. Oh,
Oh, boo. We hadn't talked about Silent
This
Hill.
makes me want to club a baby seal.
That's why they called it that, because he's red now. He was pristine white, and now he's red with blood. Red Seal Ale. It'll make you want to club a baby harp seal. They're so cute. Yeah, Clock Tower.
And then
Ray Rally, why do I have that?
Silent Hill.
Silent Hill, yeah. So good. I remember for some reason Silent Hill came out around the same time as Siphon Filter, or Siphon Filter, whatever. I always do.
Why does everyone call it that?
I always do with me.
It's not just you.
I couldn't remember which was which for some reason. They can all start with an S. What's what? Siphon.
If we run out of gas in our car, it's cool. We'll just siphon some out from someone else's car.
I got a filter for that.
Oh, I'm gonna siphon. Cool Borders, remember Cool Borders?
Dude, Cool Borders was rad.
It was a lot of fun.
That was just Tony Hawk on snow.
Yeah, well,
it
came out first.
Yeah, it was a lot different.
Oh, Jet Moto, you guys remember?
Dude, Jet Moto was amazing.
Jet Moto was so fun. I remember my friend rented a PlayStation and we played Jet Moto.
Is Jet Set Radio on the PlayStation?
No,
PlayStation
that's Dreamcast. You're off the
You remember the Wipeout?
Oh, the Jet Set Radio.
Wipeout? Yeah, Wipeout
Man,
all that
Wipeout
was on
was
Dreamcast.
awesome.
No.
No.
One of those
There's like two conversations.
I never owned a Dreamcast, but I had that game.
I know one came out on Xbox. I don't think it ever came on PlayStation.
Maybe.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it
no,
never
you're
came
right.
out on PlayStation.
Jet Set Future came out on Xbox.
Xbox, yeah. Crash Bandicoot, we talked about it. He was the spokesperson. There was a Japanese game that never came out here that I bought. It was good. Crisis Beat. It's a beat 'em up on PlayStation. It's 3D
It's a
beat 'em up.
Crisis.
You don't see a lot of those. It's a Crisis, and you got to beat. You got to beat 'em up. Crisis, beat 'em up.
Hey.
Dance Dance Revolution, guys.
Dude, yes, that is where my obsession began.
Nice.
DDR.
It was the first import game they got in the store that I was working at, and they actually they brought it out with this dancing angel pad, and it cost $1 billion. But I always blew, like when I worked at that game store, I spent every paycheck there. Like, well, it's payday. Thanks, I'm gonna buy all these games. Oh, I'll just keep your check. Basically, was what it came down to. But I remember I bought Dance Dance Revolution, the Japanese one, and Dancing Angel pad, and I played the crap out of that.
Yeah, I got way into DDR.
Yeah.
And that's when I started importing games, and the obsession became real.
Yeah.
It became expensive as shit.
What was cool about that Dancing Angel pad is that you could actually play that with, anything, but it worked pretty well with Busted Groove. I played Busted Groove 1 and 2 with it. It's fun.
I always wanted to do that.
It's fun. I actually was super nerdy. I love Bogdan Rushinsky. I think I've talked about this a billion times. And I went on his website, and people would post, like weird little random stuff, and like, hey, here's a recipe for chicken mango quesadillas. And I was like, okay, well, here's an idea I came up with. I thought I was so smart. I basically found out like what the BPM for like what some of the tracks or whatever.
Yeah.
And it told you the BPM in the DDR game. So I would play a game, like, I don't know, let's say that the track was 90 beats per minute. I would find a Bogdan Raczynski track that was 180 beats per minute, and then I would pause the game, and then I would pause the track on the CD, and I'd push play on both at the same time, and then it was like I was dancing to Bogdan Raczynski.
Yeah, dude. No,
I would play the 90 beats per minute one on expert mode, and then I'd be like, it was like playing a game. And I posted it on there, and guess how many comments I got on there? None.
Nerd. I used to go, like, I was so into DDR, I would do the same thing. I would, like, try to sync songs to it and figure out, like, different things that I could do before actually hitting the button. Pretty much doing routines, you know? I was fucking a nerd, like, and, yeah, I frequented a site called DDR Freaks.
Oh.
Yeah, so
I was spelled like PHREAKS.
Oh, I wish. That would have been so cool.
PHREAX.
Yeah. Ooh.
Or FREAX.
DDR
12794X.
DDR was super rad.
Yeah, totally.
Another fun fact: I've never played a DDR.
That's not fun. That's a bad fact.
I can die happy.
You need to go to an arcade and embarrass yourself in public is what you need to do. So you haven't lived till you...
I'm surprised I didn't do it.
You'll never get to the machine because there's always some guy there that's like still playing it.
Yeah. Holding on to the bars behind that are like wiggling around and threatening to come out.
Yeah, he's like super sweaty.
Yeah. It's just like, where's this? Is there a burger joint around here? Oh, no, this guy's funking it up. Speaking of funking it up, every time why do I keep saying that? Every time Andrew takes a drink out of this Red Seal ale beer, it's like he's licked
fucking awful.
It's like he's licked a seal taint.
I'm not.
I'll drink the beer.
No, I'm not.
I'm going to have yours. You're not sick or anything, are you?
No.
Yeah, I'm going to drink
terrible.
Oh, I'm going to make it all fuzz.
Do y'all remember how terrible the Dino Crisis was?
It does. Oh, God. Dino Crisis is
Dino Crisis is awesome. What are you talking about?
Is it really that bad?
It's not that bad.
It's terrible.
It's not that bad.
Even back then when I wanted to like it, I'm like, oh, this game sucks.
I actually imported it before it came out here.
No, really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well,
it's like licking a seal's taint.
Having done that before, I know. Darkstone. Deception 3, Dark Delusion. You were talking about that?
Yeah.
Sorry, you were going to say something?
Breath of Fire 3.
Breath of Fire 3 and 4 came out on PlayStation.
Destrega is basically Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
It's a fighting game. It's a fighting game. It's like full fighting action, and you basically Hadouken each other up, and you just like Kamehameha each other.
Yeah, there was a lot of those. Yeah, and like rival schools, like Capcom came out with a lot of fighting games.
Yeah, so good.
Rival Schools is so awesome.
Marvel versus Capcom.
Yeah, the first Marvel vs. Capcom.
Oh yeah, it was. That's right.
It was so fun.
And then you had fucking X-Men versus Capcom.
Yeah. I like that.
Street Fighter, X-Men versus Street Fighter.
Yeah, that one was good too.
What was the name? Red Soviet guy.
Command and Conquer.
Zangief?
No.
Wait on in.
No. I'm talking about in X-Men versus something.
Omega Red.
Zangief.
Was it Omega Red?
Yeah, Omega Red.
Yeah. I like that. The end.
The tentacles coming out.
Oh yeah. Oh, when I was working at that's why I like it. It's all about the tentacles.
Tentacle porn.
When I was working at that used game store, there was this guy that came in and he always schooled me on Japanese stuff and like import games or whatever. And he kept calling this game, and it drove me nuts. Okay, Dino Crisis.
Yeah,
he called it Dino Crisis.
What? Dino Crisis?
Yes. It drove me bazonkazoids.
He thought it was like some dude that runs a pizzeria.
Dino. Hey, Dino.
Hey, Dino.
Hey, Dino.
I got the crisis here. I'm at the marinara.
I think
I'm out of the cheese.
No, but wasn't Dino the name of the dinosaur in Thunktastic?
No, it was the name of the dinosaur in
Flintstones.
Flintstones.
Yeah. Here's my dick. I'm trying to find the Japanese Dino Crisis because actually, now that I think about it, maybe that's how they say it there. They might say Dino Crisis instead of Dino instead of Dino. Yeah. Wow, there's a lot of like porn stuff here.
Wait, aren't you scrolling through a list of games you have?
Oh yeah, I went to the internet. My bad. Let's go back to that because all of a sudden it's like,
I thought you were still talking about the games you have.
I don't know what.
There's a lot of porn games here.
Well, no, I mean I was looking up. I mean I should have known better.
Tentacle porn.
I don't know the name of the main character, the lady, but she there's a lot of like fan art of her being mad naked. So
in Dino Crisis?
Well, it's fan art, so
yeah, but I'm saying
yeah.
Well, okay.
I don't know. She's like spread eagle and there's reptiles everywhere. So welcome to the internet, basically.
Yeah. Here's my
I mean, I guess
pick.
you could probably find like Minnie Mouse porn if you look hard enough.
You probably wouldn't have to.
Yeah, you would not.
Yeah. Think of a character. Any character, let your mind go wild. There's a nude picture of them with a giant, veiny, throbbing cock. Guaranteed.
This is true.
So,
how about Betty Boop?
Oh, Betty. Oh, I'm sure.
Come on, of course there is. Yeah.
I mean,
that one's obvious.
That one's obvious. Yeah.
You gotta think harder, like Freakazoid or something.
Yeah, Freakazoid.
Okay, I got one. Well, speaking of oids, how about the Noid from the Pizza Hut commercial?
There's no way. Noid is totally getting
I challenge you to find Noid porn.
instead of like those big floppy ears, they're big dongs.
Yo, Noid.
Doom got on PlayStation and it was different.
Yeah, Final Doom.
Oh no, regular ass Doom.
Oh yeah.
And Final Doom, but yeah. Dragon Warrior 7. I haven't played it, but I want to play it. Dragon Ball Z GT Final Bout. I was all about that game, but it's really not a great fighting game.
In the Parasite Eve games.
Oh, yeah. Parasite Eve.
Oh, my God.
The first one.
There was a ogre battle.
Great. Parasite Eve and Parasite Eve 2. I mean, all
I found Noid porn.
No.
Dude, I did too. I was about to send you something too. I looked.
I think this is the cover of the podcast now. Wow. Avoid the Noid. Nope. Put it. Put the Noid.
Here, I'm going to try one real quick.
The one that I found is pretty rad.
I guess we're going to have to click on this.
It's probably the same.
Oh, my. Oh, yeah.
Look, and the Hawaiian Punch guy is getting shitted on.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
Yours is better.
Oh, wow.
My God.
All right. Now this is in my search history, so sorry about that. If anyone ever finds out, like Eric passed away suddenly, and look what we found on his computer. I mean, keep that in mind. It could happen to anyone.
This is true.
What you look at could be found out, like cleaning out their stuff, and your parents are sad. I guess he was into some weird stuff. I don't know. Anyway. So, Driver, do you guys remember Driver?
Yeah, Driver's
That was so fun.
Dude, yeah, and then Driver 1 and 2 were super awesome. I was so excited for Driver 2.
I mean, everyone, like, I got calls when I was working at that Game Store nonstop. Do you have Driver? Do you have Driver? Like, I didn't know what the hell they were talking about, but it was, like, delayed for a long time, so I heard about it for so many months, that I was like, what? This better be good. And I played it, and it was fucking good. Yeah. And what was really cool about it was you could do, like, replays and stuff, and, like, I would video edit the crap out of it, but you needed a big memory card, so I ended up buying one of those third-party memory cards so I could put a bunch of cool shit on there, and that was a lot of fun. That was, like, that was basically GTA 3 on PlayStation. Like, I guarantee you it stole, like, a lot of ideas from Driver.
Oh, yeah, because, I mean, when you think of GTA back then, it was so different.
2D, overhead.
Yeah. Like, and Driver, I feel like, I agree, I feel like it paved the way for what GTA 3 became.
Yeah. Duke Nukem Total Meltdown, that's a game. Oh, yeah. Air Guys. Air Geese.
Yeah, that was a weird fighting game.
I was like, how do you pronounce this? Uh-oh, I got a text from Dave Obanjo. What in the universe? Oh, wait, who is this? Wait, what is this?
That's Ronald McDonald.
Oh, well, there's Ronald McDonald.
Oh, what the fuck?
My goodness. All right. So that's now in my phone.
I think Ronald McDonald porn is probably a lot easier to find than Noid porn.
Yeah, no, that's pretty obscure. Like how about California raisin porn? All right, it's got to be out there. Einhander, that was a really good shooter.
Oh yeah,
Squaresoft shooter. Like they were RPG-tastic, and then they're like, "Fuck, we're sick of doing RPGs."
Dude,
They did that. It's great.
They had that. They had they had a lot of random games like that. I feel like because they had Bushido Blade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to play that with my friends, and it was so great because a match could last like fucking 15 minutes or 3 seconds with Bushido Blade. Because, I mean, like, if you get really good at, like, you know, I mean, maybe not 15 minutes, that might have been an exaggeration, but, like, minutes. And if you get really good, like, at parrying and all that stuff and, like, the little sword moves, but, like, if you just run at somebody, if they get one good hit on you, you're dead instantly.
Yeah, totally.
It's unlike any other fighting game.
Oh, yeah, I played that game exactly once.
Because you probably ran right into a sword.
I was playing against somebody that knew what they were doing.
Yeah, see, we never did, and it was fun to do that. You know?
Oh, yeah, when you knew what to do and take your time, like, you could have a battle for, like, I don't know, like 5 minutes.
Okay, sorry.
I found California raisin porn.
This is the most random shit. Like, who are these other two characters?
I don't know.
Okay, so there's California raisin porn. I don't know. There's like some metal girl with like a teddy bear with a cape, like boning her from behind. She's got grape juice like running down her face, and she's sucking this California raisin off. She says, "I heard it on the grapevine that your dick's the best," and then he says, "Bitch, you know it. Now keep sucking that grape jelly out of me. Your life depended on it." Who has time to make these things? Okie doke.
This is people's lives.
Fear Effect.
Fear Effect's awesome, yeah.
Like the graphics were so cool. Like
the cell shading.
Yeah, cell shading, and that one was like a 4-disc one, I think, too. It was
I believe it.
maybe?
I actually have it. It is a 4-disc game.
Oh, okay, sweet.
I also
Final
have
Fantasy Anthology.
Yeah.
More of those compilations, or Final Fantasy Chronicles.
Yeah.
There's one in Final Fantasy something in Chrono Trigger.
Yeah. It's
Final Fantasy 9.
Yes, dude.
Chrono Cross.
Tactics 7, 8.
Tactics.
Yeah.
Tactics and 7 didn't come out that far apart either.
Yeah.
They came out in the
I
same
remember
year.
when by the time Tactics came out, I was like, this is fucking crazy. And I mean, the cover art for the two looked pretty similar to me. I don't know, like that white
backdrop.
thing. Yeah, I was like, I guess that's what their games are all about. And then Einhander, of course, also.
Yep.
Air Guys, they all kind of had like.
Bushido Blade, they all have this white background.
True.
That was the first like representation of Square for PlayStation. I feel like all those games.
Ooh, Front Mission 3. Have you guys ever played that?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's
great.
another SquareSoft. Oh man, yeah. I mean, SquareSoft killed it.
They did.
On PlayStation. They really, the Xenogears. They really owned the PlayStation.
Totally. G Darius. This is about shooting.
I remember that. Yeah.
I have a shitload of Gambare Goemon games, which, I'm probably the only one that's played those. Ghost in the Shell! That was such a random fucking game, but that was fun.
Yeah, it was.
To drive around in those mechs. The music was great. Like, fucking just, like, straight, hard techno stuff's good. Gran Turismo 1 and 2. And 2, I remember you couldn't get 100% because people tried to return the games as broken. Or as defective, and it wasn't. Grand Stream Saga, well, I mean, technically it was. Hello Kitty Cube Frenzy, which actually is a really cool platformer. It's like a Tetris game, but you actually have Hello Kitty like jump up the platforms to get to the top. Andrew's looking super excited. I don't know what In Cold Blood is,
but trying to make a Hello Kitty game sound awesome.
It is awesome. Incredible Crisis, guys. Does anybody have this game?
Incredible Crisis is super awesome. That's a weird Japanese game.
It should not have come out here, and it's actually right next to Irritating
I feel like you
Stick.
and I have played that before.
Yes, it's so good, dude. Like, okay, let's just put it on the table. You finger a girl on a Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
Yep. You have a disco like dance off pretty much in the office place.
Yep.
Gosh, I feel like I've
It's
played
so
this
random.
game, but I don't.
Yeah,
You
dude,
run from a boulder.
You run from a
Oh,
boulder.
yeah,
It's totally
yeah.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
There's so many little mini games, and it's so Japanese and
The
weird.
elevator
Pretty
drop.
sure I've played it.
Oh
the
man,
elevator
you break
drop
your
is-
hand on that.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
Holy
elevator
cow.
drop's the worst. Oh.
Totally. There's a lot of those I couldn't get past, and like the one where you have to weigh the groceries, the exact.
Oh,
freaking-
yeah.
It's like, too much math. Like it was really hard. Anyway.
Yeah.
Jade Cocoon was making it poison itself to be like the freaking Pokemon of the PlayStation.
I remember
That
that.
was pretty interesting. Jumping Flash 2. It was the
Yeah,
second one.
Jumping Flash
Yeah.
2 was awesome. I really.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, nothing. I really like Jumping Flash.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember that terrible
Good-
Star
good
Wars
soundtrack.
fighting game they had?
Yeah.
Oh God.
The
What was it Masters of the
Sorry
Boom?
or something.
Masters of the Poop Shoot.
Aw. It
Yeah,
was
that
not
game-
great.
That game's a turd. Then you have like the X-Men game that came out right after the X-Men fighting game that came out right after the movie.
Oh, penis.
Yeah, those. Oh, those
Penis
games were-
fly trap. That was
And
a
you
penis
have
fly
like
trap.
earlier things like Street Fighter the movie, the game.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Oh,
Oh
God.
yeah.
It's Street Fighter the movie, the game, the movie.
Oh man, the movie based off the game, based off the movie. Am I in freaking Inception? Kensei Sacred Fist, not great. I don't remember it that
Nah.
well.
Sacred Fist.
King of Fighters 1995. Legacy of Kain was so big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Soul Reaver. Soul
Yeah, I
Reaver.
didn't like get into it.
I didn't get into Soul
Yeah.
Reaver either.
I tried to. I really tried to.
Me
But,
too.
Legend
I
of the
remember-
Dragoon.
Yeah,
Legend
Legend
of
of the
Dragon.
Raccoon is awesome.
Raccoon.
Raccoon, yeah.
Legend of Legaia, which
Yeah.
that's an RPG. Oh, I think we'll all remember this one. Madden '98 football.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
a Madden game.
I got it for free.
97.
Yeah, Madden games really became, my dad was just talking about this earlier tonight, just because he's playing dumb Madden, they show highlights like, oh, Madden of the past, and it's like Madden 96, and it's like,
Oh God.
Dad's looking at it like, I remember thinking this looked really awesome. It's like, yeah,
me
but
too.
I play so many games that are really that old that I've gotten past that where I'm so yeah, no, I don't know what happened. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with us.
Did Madden, even back then, did Madden have really bunk commentary in the game and stuff? So
Yeah.
now what they need to do is get the goal.
Oh yeah, they were
Yeah.
still just as dumb.
Ooh, Medal of Honor. That one was basically 007's competition. I mean, it
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
really competition, but that was a good one.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
yeah, they were
two-player. But,
Yeah, the first Medal of Honor is a lot of fun.
yeah. Mega Man 8, Legends 1 and 2, and we had a whole Mega Man podcast just before this one, so I guess we can't get into it, but they were great. Mega Man X5, X6, Metal Gear Solid. That's why I bought this.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
So good. I just remember how crazy it was. Even in the preview that they let you play in the the kiosk or whatever I went to,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
they had the scene where the guy gets knocked out in the jail cell and he's basted
right.
up with a blurred out butt.
That's what I was looking
I was
for.
like, this is crazy. This is totally games for adults, And by then I was just 16 or whatever age I was, and I was like, this is more my pace. I don't need to play kid games anymore.
I love Metal Gear, but I've never finished a Metal
I
Gear.
haven't either.
What?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I've probably completed 80% of both Metal Gear 1 and 2.
What stops you from finishing them?
I don't know.
You just don't want them to end because they're so good.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid VR missions. I have that big stand cutout thing in my room. That was a lot of fun. Misadventures of Tron Bond. MLB '98, so good. Just
Yeah.
kidding. I don't know why.
I love baseball games on there, actually.
Was it? Yeah, it was one of those games I just got. Someone gave me for free.
Yeah.
Monster Rancher 1, 2, Hop About. Monster Seed was interesting, I guess. Miss Pac-Man Maze Madness. Oh, I think this is the game I was thinking about. An early game. It was a third-person shooter. N2O Nitrous Oxide. That was the weird game I was thinking of. I don't know. The Namco Museum games 1 through 5.
Yeah,
Those
dude,
are really
Namco
cool.
Museum, super awesome. I I always wanted to own those just to spell out Namco.
Yeah, I do too, but 2 is so freaking rare. I have 1,
Yeah.
3, 4, and 5.
Why is it so rare?
I don't know. I really have no idea. I know I saw it back in the day, but I just don't have it. There was one that was also the copyright symbol or something. What was it? I don't know.
I
It
think
says something at the end of the
Yeah.
team or some shit, whatever. NFL Game Day '98. Come on now. Ninja Shadow of Darkness. Ooh, One Piece Mansion. That's just weird.
Yeah, that's a weird ass game. Another weird ass game that should.
There's a lot of weird ass games.
Games.
Pac-Man World.
Pac-Man World, yeah.
Persona. Wasn't that the beginning of the Shin Megami Tensei series? No? Am I tripping?
Beginning of the Persona series.
Are those different games?
I don't know. Persona 4 is good, I hear.
I don't know. I guess I'm dumb.
Yeah, I've never actually played any Persona game.
Philosoma, which I think is a shooter? I don't know. Ooh, Point Blank. Do you guys remember the light gun, the Namco gun, the GunCon?
Oh, yeah.
That was great. Time Crisis, Point Blank.
Awesome.
So good.
Yeah, Time Crisis. That was a game that... You remember... Okay, when I first played the PlayStation, it was around the time that you could rent fucking consoles from Blockbuster and shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, put a down payment down to rent a console. And I remember my dad did that for me, and I remember Time Crisis was a game that came with it because you got the gun.
That's so cool.
Well,
I got that Pong, the next level. That was the one we were talking about, where you have 3D Pong, and you could actually like bend and flip and.
Super awesome.
I was like, I remember thinking, I was like, this is the second coming for like retro games. And,
yeah.
I don't know. Putter Golf. What the hell do I have? Kuznik, which was another one of those like little $5 Japanese games that came out towards the end there. R-Types, which is
those are good.
That was an R-Type compilation. Rage Racer, which came out shortly after Ridge Racer, I think. I haven't played this game, but I really want to.
It's really a game where you just cut people off.
I picked this game up. Oh my god, this is crazy. This game came out on PlayStation. I've never played it. I saw it at random. It's actually by Taito, but it was published by fucking LJN. I just saw that.
Oh my god.
And it's called RC Day Go. It's a RC freaking game. I really want to play this. Resident Evil Director's Cut, Resident Evil Nemesis, Resident Evil 2. I don't have that one. This one was cool. It's in a way Rhapsody, a musical adventure. It came with a CD, the soundtrack. That was kind of cool. Came with the soundtrack. It's a fucking RPG. I don't know. Ridge Racer Type 4, which I remember when that came out. Like the intro for Ridge Racer Type 4 also kind of was like, this is a selling point for the PlayStation. Like, look at how damn good it looks. You know.
Yeah.
This is a fucking rare. This is like a kind of a hidden gem to me. Rising Zan. Have you guys ever played that?
Yeah, I have.
Oh fuck! It's so weird.
It is weird. It's like
you're... Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go on.
Well, it's like a Western samurai or something like that, and it's so fucking weird. Like, it's goofy as shit on purpose, and it's hyper violent.
Yeah.
Like, your guy is like I think he's like a cowboy with a samurai sword, maybe.
Yeah.
And you go around and you slash a guy, and he pours blood for like a minute. And he doesn't pour blood; he like explodes all over the.
Yeah, it's basically Kill Bill.
Pretty much, yeah. It's great.
Yeah, it's super awesome. That was something that stood out in the PlayStation to me. Is like, it looked like, computer anime to me.
Yeah.
Just like, totally. Oh my god, blood is just dripping out of this guy. Holy shit.
So good. Rival Schools, which is fantastic.
Oh yeah, it's one of my favorite fighting games.
Ooh, Road Rash, that's 90s as hell.
Yeah, Road
motorcycles
Rash.
And hitting each other with weapons. And
wasn't there a Road Rash game on like the
PC and everything?
Yeah, I was gonna say like
Sega CD,
Genesis,
SNES, I think.
Yeah.
Genesis,
oh, really? Wow.
It was definitely on the Genesis.
Road Rash with like Soundgarden and. Samurai Showdown 3, Bloody Blood. Sheep, which I don't know what it is, but it looks cool. Silent Bomber, that was a cool one.
Yeah.
Like, I got these obscure ones now, like Silhouette Mirage. Freaking cool. I don't know. It's like a weird platformer puzzle thing. I don't know what it is. Skull Monkeys. Has anyone played that?
Yeah, Skull Monkeys.
It's a claymation game. Like, all the animation was in claymation or whatever.
It's like Clay Fighter, but better.
And yeah, it's a platformer, and it's just kind of like Claymates, I guess. And it's freaking hilarious. Like, I remember this one cutscene where, like, there's like a can of beans on a table, and it's like the light is on the beans, and the guy walks over, and it's all beans, the magical fruit. The more you eat, the more you do, and just like a weird soundtrack.
Musical fruit, more you eat, more you chew, more you chew, better better you feel. Let's have bean for every meal. Bean, musical fruit. More you eat, more you chew, more you chew, better you feel. Let's have bean for every meal. Let's play your horn and make it toot with an SBD or a mega P. Let's do a cheer, let's give a hoot. You gotta love baked beans as musical fruit. Beans, musical fruit. More you eat, more you chew, more you chew, better you feel. Let's have beans for every meal. Beans, musical fruit. More you eat, more you chew, more you chew, better you feel. Let's have beans for every meal.
And he picks it up and eats it, and then like there's this skull monkey creeping up on him. It's like a monkey with a skull, and he's coming up to like kill him or whatever, and he farts and like melts his face off. Like, this is my game to the max.
Oh yeah, there's so many games on the PlayStation that like had farting in it, including Oddworld.
Yeah, yeah, oh, big time on that one. But Skull Monkeys, I mean, like, you'd get to the bonus level, be like, this is the bonus level, or something weird.
Here's a little bonus room where you don't have to worry. Take your sweet time, you need not hurry. Oh, you're looking incredible, you're the bomb. And me, I'm kinda like your dad, and a little like your mom. There are no monsters here. Hey, wait, look over there. I was just kidding. Don't be scared. And when you turn this game off in the real world one
Dude,
Yeah.
it was so goofy and funny, man.
Have you ever played shitty? It's kind of shitty. It's Blasto.
Oh, yeah, that is, yeah, yep.
But Phil Hartman did the voice.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about it. Yeah, that's right. It was advertised on the game. Voice of Phil Hartman. I remember. I think it was shortly after he passed away that I saw it and I was like, I play this game. Yeah.
Yeah, it's super sad because it's so shitty. It's just like, oh, you just keep repeating the same line.
It was par for the course at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what was it? What was it? The other one, Gex or something? I think that one had the voice of a comedian, didn't it?
Yeah. Gex Enter the Gecko was a game that I played a lot of. That was, I think, the second game in the series.
Yeah, that's right. And the infamous Bubsy 3D.
Yeah.
Bubsy. I have this not great game that I picked up recently, Soul of the Samurai. It's a game. Space Griffin VF9, I don't know. Oh, this one was given to me. SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. Super Sponge. I don't know. Spyro. You guys remember the Spyro games?
Oh, yeah, Spyro.
Yeah, dude.
Those were pretty good.
Yeah, they were.
I liked them. Music was fucking fantastic, and then I found out, like, this guy did... He actually... he did a video about Spyro, and it's kind of, like, done in a similar style some of the videos I'd done or whatever. And he had contacted, he's like, check this out, and he did a really good job with the video, and he mentioned that I had no idea the music that was in that game was actually done, I think it was like by the drummer of what was the band? It was like a popular classic rock band. I'm gonna just say Rush. I don't know who it was.
It's Neil Peart.
I think so, actually. I could be tripping. All right, I don't know.
It was the Beatles.
Star Ocean was one of those games. It was like Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
You know, Chrono Trigger's like 90 different endings. I think this one was like 120. Say goodbye to your life, Star Ocean. I think that was their tagline. You have no life. Street Fighter Alpha 2. Suikoden. I don't have Suikoden 2, but you can get that now on PSN.
Yeah, that's true.
Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Tabo.
Dude, yes. Puzzle Fighter games and Pocket Fighter. Fuck.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You know, that was something that came out in Japan that we never got out here. The PlayStation Pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
It was kind of like a VMU, I guess, kind of like the Dreamcast VMU.
Yeah, they were supposed to release it with Final Fantasy VIII.
That's whack. Swagman. This game was given to me by Derek because he thought it was fun. It's called Swagman. Swag.
Nice.
Siphon Filter. Siphon Filter 2 and Siphon Filter 3. I love siphons.
Siphons.
All right. Trag. Oh, TRAG. Mission of Mercy. This is a fucking cool, weird 3D game. It's kind of like a Resident Evil, but it's like a Japanese like anime-tastic kind of thing. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Tecmo Stackers, it's a puzzle game. Tekken 1, 2, 3. Tenchu Stealth Ass. So, so fun.
It was
No,
fun. It's very rapey.
Is it really? Oh, that's
yeah.
true in the beginning. Yeah, the first level, right?
Yeah.
I remember you did a vine about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's super rapey.
Creepy. But that is really fun. Like between that and like Metal Gear, I was like, man, this
Oh,
stealth
they were
shit,
so
I was
awesome.
really digging
Yeah.
it.
I
Yeah.
fucking love that. Yeah.
It's like a whole new genre, stealth. I don't know. Tetris Plus. You're like a little archaeologist. You're basically Mario.
Yeah.
Thousand Arms. That was an RPG. Thunder Force V, PlayStation. Tobal #1, which
That's a fighting game by Squaresoft.
Yeah, didn't have Akira Toriyama did the art for it, I think.
Yep.
As well. Guy that did the Dragon Ball stuff. Tokyo Extreme Rift. No, that's a PlayStation 2 game, Dick. Oh shit, Tokyo Highway Battle, which was the first of the Tokyo Extreme racing games, I believe.
Ooh, I don't know that one.
Yeah, all right.
You can-
That's fine. Tomb Raider, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Treasures of the Deep, which was like a really weird. It's like a scuba diving game.
So
you got to go get treasures of the deep.
That's awesome. But I think we got to stop at Tony Hawk for a second.
Okay, hey, Tony Hawk, talk about it. It's good.
Because
Good
Tony
soundtrack.
Hawk, like,
Good
yeah,
music.
it had awesome music, and I don't know, that was probably the first game that I had like sleepovers with friends. I was still young enough to like have sleepovers and be like, we're playing fucking Tony Hawk all night, and trying to do the holy shit grind, like just because you heard that it happened, like, oh, like if you do this grinder on the first stage, like it comes up saying holy shit.
Does it?
You get like 1,000,000 points. Yeah.
Does it actually say SHIT?
It says SH exclamation mark T.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Huh.
You know what's funny? Like thinking back to the Tony Hawk games, Tony Hawk 2 was really damn good.
Yes.
And it after every Tony Hawk game after the first one, I have no idea how the first one was popular.
Because it was so much better.
Because like you really couldn't do that much in it.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, not really.
It's really fucking primitive compared to Tony Hawk 2 because then they introduced manuals and that was a total game.
And chaining together, I mean, with like
Yeah,
starting with two,
reverts.
you could chain together like insane sets of tricks, just one after another forever.
Yep.
Tony Hawk 1, you really could do like one at a time.
Yeah, it was a lot harder. You really had to amp up your skills in order to kind of chain, like, not even close to what you can chain in Tony Hawk 2. Where you can ollie out of anything and fucking chain it into something.
Yeah, Tony Hawk 2, you could keep a trick going, a set of tricks going for a really long time.
Yeah.
Combo breaker.
Tony Hawk 2 is totally the problem of like introducing me to emo and like like bands that are like see as like being emo now and so that's
while you're playing the game, your jeans get tighter and tighter.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing that it would be miraculous for me because I don't know. I mean, Eric and Dave probably know. My jeans are pretty tight. Yeah. So
And while you're playing, you're like, oh, they're getting tighter. It's like my nuts have ascended.
Yeah, it's like fuck, it's happening.
Tony Hawk 3 was the best of the
Yes,
Tony
Hawk 3 was the best, but I don't think I ever even wanted to play it on PlayStation 1 because it did come out on PS1, but PS2 also had come out by that time. That Tony Hawk 3. I think it was. I think all three of them were.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I remember that gem pack that it came with. It came with that, and it also had like a WWF game or like WWF Attitude or some crap.
Yeah.
And I remember I was like, man. It was really addictive. Like, I mean, it wasn't.
They called it the testosterone pack.
Yeah, that's right. Basically, huh?
It had coal borders on there, road rash.
Yeah, throw all of them on there. Yeah, but I played the crap out of those games. So.
Yeah.
Joe and Iki.
Chowaniki, that's a great. I was just showing that to Brandon, my coworker. Brandon, he's like, "What the fuck is this?" I was like, "I know, isn't it awesome?" He's like, "Well, yeah, it is awesome actually." But Chowaniki, Jammer Lammy.
Jammer Lammy, the sequel or the Sweeto sequel to Parappa the Rapper.
Yep.
Which was much better.
Yeah.
Much better than Parappa 2.
Oh, you think? Oh,
I like Jammer Lammy a lot.
You're off the podcast. All of you are off the podcast now. Parappa 2 is fantastic.
I love the music in Parappa 2.
It's so good.
I will not.
So good. Hold on. Here comes the song.
What's this? A trick with a twist. Somebody do something, call somebody and make it quick. I'm sorry, I lied. Just wanted to guide everybody through this and go with a ride. Pull the lever or whatever, right now.
Pull the lever or whatever, right now.
You better make it quick, hey, look down.
Better make it quick, hey, look down.
Get me out of this and now push the button.
Get you out of this and now push the button.
Come on, I'm big all of a sudden.
Come on, you're big all of a sudden.
What's going on? I'm really scared.
What's going on? You're really scared.
SOS, please handle me with care.
SOS, please handle you with care.
Now.
There it was.
I do not dispute that the music in it. Like, I love the last stage in Parappa 2's song. I don't remember it, but I remember it being like, it starts out all 8-bit because it's Pong.
Oh, that's so good, huh? Yeah.
I am the Lord, you all know my name now. I got it all, cash, money, and fame.
You are the Lord, we all know your name now. You got it all, cash, money, and fame.
Put me back, son, come, I gotta go now. I'm gonna miss my TV show.
Put you back, son, come, you gotta go now. You're gonna miss your TV show.
I love that.
But Jammer Lammy, I remember the fucking commercial for so much, where it's like a car driving into a pool.
I don't think I ever saw that.
And it was the airplane stage song.
I was just gonna mention that. That's totally my favorite song. Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. He gets all mad and he gets all spacey and stuff. Oh man, I was trying to think of the line because like I played it like not too long ago, and when I did, like those lyrics got stuck in my head, and now I can't remember them.
Yeah, it's like, I eat or have my drink?
Yeah, hit my head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I eat my drink? Yeah.
Yeah, I ate my drink. It's something weird. I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, he's tripping. He hits his head.
Yeah.
Van Ark. There's like a Star Fox kind of game, if I remember correctly. I could be completely out of my mind. Vigilante 8, which is basically Twisted Metal with big bosses and shit.
Which Twisted Metal is another fucking game that kind of, I feel like, symbolizes the PlayStation's life.
Totally. Well, especially when it first came out, because I mean that was like their opening commercial. You are not ready. It featured fucking Twisted Metal, and I was like, oh my god. Yeah. Sweet Tooth, yeah. The clown. Wild Arms, PlayStation 1.
Oh yeah, Wild Arms 1, 2, and 3, I believe, came out on PlayStation.
Xenogears, and Zero Divide takes us to the end of my list. Hey guys, I'm sorry I got through my list. Oops, I accidentally went to the Ronald Cock again. There it is. It's right there. On my phone. There forever. So.
Xenogears is awesome. Xenogears is super strange, you know? Like, I don't know, have you ever beaten that game?
No, definitely not.
No. Again, I was so young that all these RPGs, like, when I was younger, I beat I had the time to beat them. And
I had the time to beat some when I was young.
Oh.
But no way. The Xenogears is super strange. It's a great game. Again, like Squaresoft just knocked it out of the park with all of their PlayStation games. Like I can't think of one game that they released that I can think is really that bad.
Air Guys.
Yeah, I mean it's bad. But then again, you think about other fighting games on the PlayStation, and
True.
It's not that much different. Like, the thing that had the edge over it for me was that you can play as fucking Cloud and Sephiroth, and Tifa was just like, dude, yeah, like this game's better than at the like after playing Tekken, and just like, oh, this game looks way better. Even then, it's like this game looks way better than Tekken.
Yeah, plus the intro for Air Guys is really good.
Yeah.
The graphics were awesome, and it was just super cool. Like that guy eating noodles, and I don't remember, just some shit about it. It was weird.
Awesome.
No, well, you know what I'm talking about.
It's like just like soft music, like
yeah. Plus, it's got like an RPG dungeon crawler in the game. That was pretty cool.
And then, that game's super awesome. I mean,
I remember. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, go for it.
Nope, you guys fight to find see who talks.
I was gonna say a game I really enjoyed was Destruction Derby.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
That game was so fun.
Early one.
Oh yeah.
That was a really early one. Yeah.
Oh man, that game looks awful nowadays.
Yeah.
But it's still fun.
I think the polygon's wrecked. I can't tell.
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly how it is.
I seem to remember that game having frame rate issues.
Oh,
yeah, probably.
Like even as shitty as it looked, it like chopped like crazy when things got nuts.
It was still super fun though.
You know what else?
They came out with the second one.
Yeah, that's true. It came out with I think 2 sequels. I think there was a.
And I remember I would always just back up and just rear end everybody.
Yep.
Because like if your front goes out, your motor goes out, and you're just done.
Yeah.
So
It's definitely a strat to back into people, back that ass up.
Back that ass up.
Girl, you know it's good once you back that ass up. You's a fine motherfucker once you back that ass up. Gonna get natty when you back that ass up. Oh, who is you playing with? Back that ass up. Girl, you know it's good once you back that ass up. You's a fine motherfucker once you back that ass up.
Big fan.
You know that song went in there.
Yeah, that song. I was totally listening to that song while playing some PlayStation.
You know what I was thinking recently, and I think this is actually a really stupid thought, but I was driving to work, and your mind just kind of goes and does whatever because it doesn't want to think about where it's going. I'll tell you that much. But I was thinking about right now retro games are all the craze and stuff, and retro games for us are going to be 8-bit, 16-bit games and that kind of stuff. Is there going to be a point in the future when retro games are going to be like shitty polygon? Is someone going to have a shirt of like a really shitty Cloud and his hands are basically blocks?
Dude, I
bunch
totally
of polygon clipping and stuff like that.
See, it's still like calling PlayStation retro still seems
it's super,
weird to me.
I mean, it is, but it is retro.
It totally is.
Like, it has to be by this point. Like, I don't care what your definition of retro
wrong
is.
Calling it that.
Yeah, it has to be. Like, we're talking 20 years now.
We're just getting old.
Well, this is for sure. This is definitely for sure.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think that will be weird, but also, like, I would totally do that.
Have like a shitty block Cloud
I
shirt.
would have a shitty Cloud shirt. No, I would have Barrett
awesome.
because it's like
Cloud's a little bit different though. Like,
but Barrett
like a shitty like sweet tooth twisted metal shirt.
Oh God,
dude! I used to have this Tekken 3 shirt, like, and it was so bad, but it was.
You wore it.
Yeah, it was awesome. I don't know, like.
Find a Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
I adore the PlayStation, and I think that it definitely, like, I think we were already at that time, but so many kids, I don't know. I feel like I'm part of the generation of those kids that see the PlayStation and being like, oh shit, like I love that. Where now like the kids that I see that are younger and like they see the PlayStation 2 and Xbox as their like beginning consoles.
Yeah.
And those kids, you know, were born after like around the PlayStation, and we're probably still a little just too young, where they've seen the PlayStation and probably like have like some familiarity with it, but just not the same as they do with the PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think my age group is that child that's like, oh fuck yeah, the PlayStation.
Yeah.
But I mean, for me, like fucking Final Fantasy VII was my life.
Yeah, I mean that commercial came out, and that was like, I have to get a PlayStation. I mean, there were several different things that made me think I should get one, and I finally bent and got one when I saw Metal Gear and Gran Turismo. But I remember that commercial for Final Fantasy. I was like,
with
Final
the
Fantasy
song.
VII. I was like, oh my god, and it's 100% CG, like fucking cutscenes.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, is this what the game is like? And then when I saw, I was like, no, not one of these reading games.
Started when like games had cutscenes that looked badass, and then the game was like,
that's so
badass.
Your hand is a square.
Yeah. Another thing, I mean, the PlayStation introduced, and like, I love the PlayStation, but I also rarely do play it because any other game besides an RPG or something is going to take fucking forever to load.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, there was I can't remember what the game was. I think it was actually one of the Grand Theft Autos, like one of the old overhead. It might have been like London Tastic or whatever.
Yeah.
And you could play like a fucking game while it was loading. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, that was one game that you could do that with.
Yeah.
But you know, you play.
It took longer to load because of that.
Yeah. You play a fucking shitty ass game like, I don't know.
Like Dino Crisis.
Yeah, like Dino Crisis. It's gonna take forever to load. Well, no. Tony Hawk takes for fucking ever.
Oh yeah, but you get to listen to sweet ass like wannabe punk music.
Yeah. Well, in the first one, it's kind of porny. It's like,
oh really?
Yeah.
I thought it was like, nobody likes you when you're 23.
I wish I would have been super into that.
Yeah, totally. I'm sure I was too. Yeah.
But then, you get into the game and it's like immediately like Primus. Just like,
yeah, basically basing it up.
Yeah, just a shit ton of bass.
Basically, is the whole thing.
Yeah.
Just like South Park. I don't know.
I'm going down south. I'm gonna have myself a time.
Friendly faces everywhere.
Yeah. But Final Fantasy VII was my life. I mean, I grew up with that. There's probably a point in time where it's like, I am Cloud, like I am you, like but this is our life.
Emo and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like I was that
go breed some chocobos.
I was that age to be that. You know. So like that game, like all those Squaresoft games, Front Mission, like Vagrant Story. Mm-hmm. Vagrant Story is a really rad game that Squaresoft put out. That was kind of different because it was like a dungeon crawler. So it was kind of what, you know, like when people started complaining about Final Fantasy, I guess, what was it, 12 or 11, that changed over to this fast-paced, like, not turn-based battle system.
Yeah, it was I think 11 was the MMO, and then 12 was like not sense.
Yeah, it adopted the more like real-time fighting system instead of the
turn-based.
Yeah, turn-based. So Vagrant Story is like that, but it's a dungeon crawler entirely. And that game's awesome as hell. Like I was saying, I mean, for me, the PlayStation is like Squaresoft games, survival horror. I mean, Resident Evil blew my mind. Resident Evil 2, like, specifically, because that was one of the first PlayStation games, I feel like, that used Dolby Digital sound. And that shit was crazy. Like, my parents had a sound system, so listening to that and having zombies sound like they're right behind me scared the shit out of me as a kid. Yeah.
I want to talk about 3 games real quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
Pepsi Man.
Pepsi Man's a
Japanese
weird
game.
one, yeah.
So cool. I want to get that. It's on my list of games I want. Tombo 1 and 2. You can get, I think, at least 1 and maybe the Japanese version of 2 on PSN right now.
Yeah,
which is pretty sweet.
And Tomba's not even that expensive to get. Like,
really? Yeah, it's kind of rare though. It's kind of hard to find.
I've seen it at level 7 a couple times. Yeah.
Nice. I would totally get that. I just bought it on PSN, and I think Tomba 2 is on PSN, but I think it's only Japanese.
Right.
I got a game that's got a story behind it. I went to Best Buy and I saw a game that was $9 and it had little furry characters, and you hear me when I say furry. You know what I mean. And it was $10 and it was Japanese. I was like, oh, it's Japanese, $10. That was basically my criteria at the time. I was like, it's Japanese, it's got to be good. And I bought it. It was $9, and the reason I bought it is because I actually called my friend who was working at the used game store. I was like, I'm pretty sure this game goes for blah blah blah, and it turned out that it was the trade value on it was $18. I was like, wait a minute, I can buy this game for $9 and I can sell it for 200% profit. So I bought it. I beat it, and I sold it back, and I made money.
Wow.
And that was pretty sweet, but then I super regret selling it, because it's actually a pretty rad game. Like, you're like a dog, and like everyone's like a furry, basically, in this game. And you jump into a mech. It's like your dog is standing outside the top of this mech character, and it's pretty sweet.
That is sweet.
I want to find it again if I can find it.
What was it called? You never said the name.
Tail Concerto. Did I not say that?
No, you didn't say that.
Oh, Tail Concerto. My bad.
I've never
The
played
end.
that. That's awesome.
That's all I got. So PlayStation, any final thoughts on it?
I mean, you know, another game that I was really introduced to on, or a game series that I was really introduced to from the PlayStation was Harvest Moon with Back to Nature.
Yeah.
Back to Nature was a really fun game. I really liked that. Yeah, I mean, and there was tons of fucking extreme sports games and wrestling games, although I believe the N64 ruled the wrestling game market, but PlayStation's amazing. PS1, the small guy, when that shit came out, I really was into that. Yeah, I mean, there's tons to talk about it.
Yeah. Dave Banjo?
What?
You're on the podcast.
Andrew can yawn.
I'm there.
No, it's a real good system. I regret not having one now.
Yeah, you see, you gotta get one. I bought one at a Goodwill for $20, and it was like packed with shredded paper. Surprise is it doesn't work. So yep, done goofed it.
Of course.
Yeah, so that wasn't great. But yeah, it's a fantastic system. I guess the future of PlayStation is PS4.
Yeah.
PlayStation 1 dominated, so did 2. 3, they were cocky. And 4 feel like they're about the same.
Yeah,
and
they're
might be
winning the console war right now.
Are they winning it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Okay,
totally
well,
outselling
Are they really?
By a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
They came out cheaper than the Xbox One.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well,
and
Microsoft done goofed there.
Let's rewind a year when we were
In fact,
talking about... Okay.
Don't. Up.
Go ahead.
I was going to say December. I think December was the first month since launch that the Xbox One outsold the PS4.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Because they dropped the price for
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yep.
See, when it first started, though, I was kind of like, buzz. So I haven't been keeping on. Well, good for them. The most recent, like, remember a year ago when we talked about the 2 new consoles coming out?
That we did.
Did you get a console?
Nope.
I still haven't either.
Neither.
There's like no fucking reason to buy one as far as
I kind of want a
Yeah.
PS4. There's a
That's
handful
probably
of
the one I'm gonna
games
get,
I
yeah.
want on
That's
it,
what I'm
but
gonna get.
nothing that I feel like I need to run out and get it
Yeah.
for.
I think the reason I'm going to get it is because there's going to be an EDF game on it.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I kind of want to get a PS3, but
a
4?
PS3.
yeah, I don't want a PS4. I want a PS3.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, actually, that's the funny thing is a couple of the games I want to play on PS4, I could get a PS3 and play. Like,
Yeah.
I want to play The Last of Us.
3D Dot Heroes.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And I want to play. I want to play. I want to play GTA 5 in first person. I want PS4 for that.
Mm.
But I mean, I could probably count on one hand the actual the games I really feel like I have to play.
Yeah.
There's
I don't
not
What are you
many.
gonna do on the other hand?
Ooh. I don't
Again,
feel like
I-
there's...
I'm gonna keep playing my Xbox 360.
Oh man, I don't think there's anything compelling on either system to make me buy. There's no system-selling game out there, as far as I can tell.
No.
Yeah, no, I think you're right about that. I don't
Actually,
think there's
the
any...
weird thing is the Wii U has more system-selling games.
I mean, I agree. I mean, like,
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
it
know. It's
does,
my favorite
totally.
system of the consoles so far.
It
I
definitely
can't wait for
does.
that Mario Maker to come out.
I haven't heard about it.
Oh yeah,
Mario Maker?
Nope.
That'll be pretty
Holy crap.
Sorry, I don't keep up on news. I just like, oh, that's out. Okay.
cool. Yeah, but the PlayStation 4, I guess I'm really a Sony fanboy because there's a ton of games I am interested in. Like, I felt kind of burned with Team Eco not coming out with their game on the PS3, and they're saying it's going to come out, the sequel to the Ico Shadow of the Colossus.
Ooh, nice.
Is supposed to come out on PS4.
The hell's it called? Last Guardian?
Yeah, The Last Guardian.
Yeah.
There's the new Metal Gear, which, I'm still a sucker for Metal Gear. I'll play Metal Gear Solid forever.
Yeah, me too. I thought I was going to buy a PS4 for that, but then I found out it came out on other consoles. Like, oh,
yeah, that is a bummer. Like, but I don't know. I've never been into the Xbox at all. Like, I owned an Xbox for a little while when I was younger, and immediately sold it for a new PS2 because mine had broken at the time. There's games like PT that are out right now on the PS4 that I want to play.
Physical Therapy?
Yeah, PT. The playable trailer for Silent Hill.
Oh yeah, Silent Hills.
Yeah.
All right. I think it's question time. Question time. Question time's not a rhyme. It's question time. All right. Sam Medley says, "Why the Greek or PSX CDs black on the back?"
Because they are.
Yep. All right. And I think
silver is lame.
I think Johnny has the answer.
Yeah, because they thought it would it would stand out for them, and also it'd help against pirating.
Oh. Did it though? Nope.
Nope. Not at all.
It does stand out though, and actually, you know what's nice about it? It makes it easier to see scratches.
Yep.
That was always handy when I was working at that used game store. I'd say, "Oh, there's Matt Scratch's piece. Not taking it." Like, what? I need this to have gas for my car. Like, you know what? This isn't a fucking pawn shop. Get out. It happened all the time. Those people would come in and buy a bunch of games. They'd come back the next month. "Give me as much as you can because I need it for gas." All right, well, here's your money. And then they'd come back. "I'm going to buy my old games back." Get a life, man. Sam Medley returned another response and said, "Why the heck?" instead of "Why the Greek?" I don't know. And then there was some debate about the word Greek, and I don't know where it came from. And then he said, let's see. Okay, and then we got Arthur Pewdie, and he says, "What is your hidden PlayStation 1 gem? Ever accidentally delete an important saved game file?" So, number one, I actually didn't tell you one of the games in my list on purpose because I knew this was coming up. So my PS1 gem is Hogs of War. Have you guys heard of it?
I have.
It's so fucking good. Like, well, no. It's so fucking good. Like, I'm going to do a video on it someday, so nobody bite this. But this game is like, it's a diamond in the rough because like you would never even look at this game. You look at the cover, it looks like crap. Everything about it is corny as shit. But it's basically like a 3D Worms, basically. Yeah. And I've played 3D Worms, and it's not fun. But this is fun, and it's like it actually has like anti-worms stuff in it.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, and it's very actually kind of racist. I mean, like
all the German ones.
Yeah, well, no, everything. Like they make fun of everybody. They make fun of the Americans. All sound the same and like really unintelligent, and the French and the Germans and the Japanese, and that's where it gets super questionable. Yeah. But it is like really fucking fun.
It is fun.
It's basically golf with weapons.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sure.
I don't know. You got to move around and stuff like that. But like the whole like throwing bombs and stuff like that. I don't know. You've played it, Johnny?
Yeah.
Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I like it. I think it's fun. I wouldn't say it's so good, but I think it's fun.
I played through the whole thing multiple times. It's so
you
fun.
and I played through it.
Yeah.
When you lived in my basement
for a short time. Not a year.
Yeah,
Okay,
we played through the whole game in like a weekend or something.
Yeah, we did. It was so fun. You never played it, Davo?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's really fun. I guess second question: ever accidentally deleted an important game file? I think I deleted
Probably.
my probably. I think I deleted my coolest edited like crash that I edited video style on Driver.
Yeah.
And that was kind of disappointing.
I did that a couple times. I've lost so much memory.
Let's go around the room. Andrew, hidden PlayStation 1 gem.
Oh no, I don't think I have any.
Deleted file.
I can't recall ever having deleted anything. I
can't
important,
recall. It
but
sounds
I probably
like you're guilty.
did.
Davo, hidden gem.
Tecmo Deception.
Ah, yeah, good one.
I really like that one. And
Deleted file.
I deleted Final Fantasy VII save info before.
Ooh, how far were you on?
Probably like disc 2 or 3.
Yeah, that hurts. That's where I always got, and then I stopped playing. I got to the second disc, I was like, yeah, and then I put it.
When I played games like that, I would literally save it on 2 cards. I would
smart.
save it twice just in case.
Fantastic. So Johnny, hidden gem.
Hidden gem. I really like One Piece Mansion. I think
cool.
I brought that game up to you, I think, once. Or I really like that game. I think that's a really strange PlayStation game.
Yeah, I don't really remember I bought it recently, and I really don't remember that much about it, other than I was really impressed with it when I first played. I was like, "This is great." But,
yeah, it's like a weird puzzler.
Yeah.
You have to, arrange people's living situations, basically.
So it's like The Sims.
Nah.
No.
Like, it's weird. It's hard to explain. I mean, you have people who are
trying to get good feng shui or something.
This person argues with this person. You got to move them.
Yeah, pretty much. It pretty much is like feng shui. This person who plays music all night isn't going to do well with these people who have a child all night. Yeah.
No, crazy.
And then you have burglars, so you have to keep the tenants happy.
Cool.
So, it's weird. I like that game a lot. And deleted memory, fuck. I mean, I've deleted so much memory on accident or lost memory cards or memory cards completely crashed on me.
Yeah.
The one that pissed me off the most, I guess, would be when I played through Final Fantasy VII enough to basically get all my characters to 99, get them all their ultimate weapons, and only have one thing left to do, which was beat the game and fucking lost the memory completely.
That's
corrupted.
Oof, man. It's so weird in that game. I guess really quick, how you got those ultimate weapons and the ultimate monsters and stuff, and by the time you've beaten the ultimate monsters,
they're harder than
the last boss. So once you get basically Knights of the Round, you're just done. You beat the game.
Yeah. Once you get that, you can fly through the game.
How long did Knights of the Round take? It was
2 minutes.
It was 2 minutes. Yeah.
I remember even when I never beat it. I never saw it until I was fucking. I don't know, 29, and then I saw, I was like, this is badass. Even then, I was like, this is so fucking elaborate. And then actually, the 10th time I saw it, I was like,
you're done with it.
I would basically, I would work out and play Final Fantasy because I could just, spend some time doing push-ups or whatever while I was doing that.
Yeah, oh, God, you think about, even that combined with you fighting Sephiroth and him doing his fucking his basic limit break. That's 3 minutes long. It's seriously, you're gonna go through every fucking planet? All right.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that fucking took forever.
Yeah.
His little huge attack. Yeah. Oh my God.
You did.
The meteor going past the
and then
planets
you
and
beat the game, and it's one attack that you don't even have real control of. You just hit the button. It's
do you want to talk?
It.
You want to talk about the best boss music in the universe? It's going to be One Winged Angel.
Oh yeah,
so fucking
so
good.
Scary.
Yeah.
So good. I bought it. Oof, I love
Yeah, I love that too.
Speaking of, it just reminds me, deleted important saved game file. John of Retroware TV, he did it. He did like a Retroware Memories bit, and he wanted a bunch of people to do it. And I think only 2 people ended up doing it. No one could really come up with like anything that could even come close to his. But he was, when he was a kid, his grandpa got sick and went to the hospital. And I guess to kind of like console him, since they were all worried about him, he was like really sick in the hospital. I think his parents bought him Dragon Warrior. And he remembered like being really concerned about his grandpa, but he like got the game to kind of like get him his mind off of it, kind of thing, or whatever. Yeah. And he was playing the game, and he named one of the files after his grandpa, like or at least the like a kind of like a nickname or something for his grandpa, because it fit in the 4-character slot or 5-character slot or whatever. And his grandpa did end up passing away, but then he just like during this video he's talking about it, and he boots it up and the file was still there like freaking like 20 years later, 25 years later or something. So anyway, that just reminded me, it was kind of nice because he was like concerned that it wasn't going to stay on there, and it's a battery pack, so those things aren't going to last forever, Sure. So it was just kind of cool that it was on there. Anyway, I don't know. I just kind of brought it down a bit, but I guess I just remembered that when he said that on there. I was like,
yeah,
kind of
that is crazy. It really is like a time capsule. Like I have memory cards that I had from being a kid, and I have my fucking complete Metal Gear Solid memory card. And that game's kind of weird for me because I was fairly young, but going into middle school was kind of hard for me. I was very nerdy. All I wanted to talk about was fucking PlayStation and
Metal Gear.
Video games. Yeah. So like going into middle school, I was very intimidated. So I had a lot of social issues, and I got picked on a bit. So I didn't like going to school. So I'd spend time playing fucking video games, like, and not hanging out with anybody on the weekends.
Yeah.
And being emo didn't help either.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, like,
like its pants.
I was pretty much an emo kid, so that's what I did. And yeah, now when I like put that memory card in and see that memory, it's just like, oh shit, like that's weird that I can place that time period in my life and figure out what was going on then.
Like our kids and future generations won't be like, look at this Polaroid that we took about. Check out this memory card from back when I met your mother.
Yeah,
we were playing Resident Evil.
Yeah, totally.
So Alucard's Quest says, what PSX era games should be remade? I'm torn between several, but first I'd have to say Tenchu 1 and 2, which is a very good answer.
Yeah, Tenchu is a good answer.
I'm going to say the obvious, Metal Gear. Just kidding. No, I'm going to say the obvious. No, remade, or like another game in the series? I guess I
think
it
means remade.
Oh, because I was gonna say Mega Man Legends 3.
Yeah.
Remade PSX era game should be remade. Ooh.
Tenchu is a good answer.
Tenchu is a good answer.
Yeah.
Damn. Hogs of War.
Hogs of War.
Real pig physics. I don't know. I mean, that's really rough. I
would say like, I would love to see another Parappa game, but I don't know that they would do well.
Like remaking them? Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, we're talking about a remake. I mean, I was kidding when I said the Metal Gear, because that one was actually done with Twin Snakes on game. I don't think you really need to do that again. Yeah. What I really meant to say was Mega Man Legends 3, but I guess that doesn't really make sense. I mean, they could really remake Mega Man Legends, and that would look really pretty. With perfect cel-shaded graphics and everything. I'll just say that. Fuck it.
That'll be rad.
That's good. Oh, I know. Final Fantasy VII.
That is the one that everyone's begging for, but will never get.
Yeah.
So, that will never happen.
Sony last month, right?
No.
They had a big press conference where they were gonna make some big announcement about Final Fantasy VII, and people were losing their fucking minds. They're like,
not happening.
Yeah, they're gonna remake it finally. And they're like, it's coming out on PSN. The original,
oh, it's fucked up.
Original graphics and everything.
Well, it's not even the original. Isn't it the PC version?
Oh, it's the PlayStation.
Computer
the PC
one,
version,
yeah.
Which is better.
I haven't played it. What's different?
The graphics are a little crisper and everything.
Yeah,
it is slightly upgraded.
Fuck it, I'll get it.
But like people were losing their shit because they thought they were gonna
that's such a tease.
Proper remake.
They actually did something. Okay, this was something that like on the last Nintendo press conference, like the Nintendo Direct, I guess actually. They alluded to Earthbound in a weird way, and or at least they said something that had everyone on my Twitter feed saying Earthbound, and then they didn't do it. They're like they're like nonstop fucking with their fans. Like, just fucking do it. For goodness sake, you've got Game Boy Advance games on Wii U, right?
Yep. Put Mother
Just
3
fucking
on
put
it.
it out there.
Licensing, they can't.
Here's my license, tunk. I don't know. Just slapping my fucking license on the ground. I don't know. All right. Oh no. Actually, okay. We gave our answers, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, so Final Fantasy 7. Davo, did you give yours?
Madden 97.
Come on. You're the worst.
I think they did remake that. It's called Every Madden Game.
For reals one?
Clock Tower.
Ah, cool.
Ooh,
that would be
nice.
cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, there's probably a few I could think of, but I would probably say
Oh, I thought Final Fantasy 7 was your real answer.
no. Oh yeah, what? I would like to see a remake of Silent Hill. I liked Silent Hill more than I liked Resident Evil, and when the remake for Resident Evil came out, and now the new one coming out, it's just like, just do fucking Silent Hill. Come on.
I'd like to see Silent Hill as well.
Me too.
They need to just make a decent Resident Evil and stop remaking the old ones.
You know what I'd like? A new Siphon filter.
I want another Vigilante 8.
Oh God, I think that fucking plane has flown or bus has driven away would be more appropriate. I don't know if they're gonna do any more of those vehicle battle games.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think isn't there a new Twisted Metal game coming out for PlayStation 4? I think
Is it gonna sell? No.
I don't know.
No. I remember seeing a picture of like some, whatever his name is, fucking Clowny Pants.
Sweet Tooth.
What's his name? Pennywise.
Sweet Tooth. Yeah. Oh yeah, Pennywise. Oh God.
And he's like dressed up like he's got a fucking ridiculously big like buff body and he's got this little goofy clown head.
Yeah, he's super buff now because they just made a new Twisted Metal for the PS3.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, and he was fucking buff as hell in that.
I think he's taking steroids.
And he's wearing overalls.
His balls are the size of grapefruit.
Nice.
Grape nuts.
It floats, Johnny. It floats. Down here, you'll float too.
Don't talk about this.
Oh, sorry.
I'm terrified of cloud.
Oh, my bad. Just kidding. Yeah. So, Intelligent Cube, good one.
Yeah, that
just
would be cool.
No one in the world has played it, but it's supposed to be really good.
It's very rare and expensive. Yeah.
That would be cool if they remade that.
Remember when Johnny described it?
Yeah, and
then you had to
drunk.
do it. That was awesome. You're like, okay, guys, I'm way off here. Here's what really happened.
I'm so
awesome.
drunk. I gotta explain it again.
I appreciate you doing that. That was really funny.
And
More accurate in the second time.
Yeah.
Of course, I didn't know. I wouldn't have known either way. I'd have said, oh, okay. It's a game with a bunch of guns. Got it. Any final thoughts on PlayStation or PSX?
I have two questions.
Sure.
Well, actually, one's a lame question, just because my buddy Mike just decided to be a dick and just ask Majora's Mask or Ocarina.
Oh, well, for me it's Ocarina, but that's because I haven't played Majora's Mask very much.
I like Majora's Mask.
Yeah, same here.
I'm a fan of Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask?
Yeah.
Someone at work just changed his like text message and email on his phone to be Navi, going, "Hey, listen!" It drives me crazy. I'm like, "Oh my god, shut up!"
I'm sure.
Oh, you like Rusty, don't you, Johnny?
Yes, I do.
Like the little samples he uses of Navi?
Yeah.
It's really funny. Yeah. It's much better when he uses it in his tracks.
Yeah, it's a little pitched down, so it's not as startling.
Yeah.
But then my buddy Mallory at Boom Bash Pow asked, "What game blew your mind the first time you played it?" on the
Resident
PS1.
Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Mega Man Legends. You know what one really, really blew my mind was going to have to be... Oh, fuck, it's kind of hard. There's a lot that really did.
Yeah.
I'm going to just say Metal Gear or Gran Turismo. I don't know. They both were like, oh my god.
Right?
Like, with realistic graphics, Gran Turismo. With, like, this is a game, like, this is what games have become, Metal Gear.
Yeah, that's what Resident Evil was for me, because I've always liked horror.
Yeah.
And then to play a game that legitimately scared me. Like, the graphics weren't great, and the gameplay was actually pretty terrible.
Like, it's scary how ugly it is.
Shit out of me.
Yeah. I would say, like, probably, like, a Final Fantasy game. Just, like, on the scale of the game, like, and how it seemed like, oh, shit, like, even dumb, Final Fantasy VIII, it has a fucking beautiful, intro.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's amazing. And the scale of it toward the beginning, the game it seems insane, but, the game is complete shit, but...
Yeah, the gameplay was bad. The game, like, if I recall, the story wasn't too bad, and, like, the cutscenes were awesome. But if I were, like, I remember hating the magic system.
Yeah, the magic system sucks.
Because didn't you have to, like, you didn't have points. You had to, like, collect usages of the spell.
Yeah, you had to draw that magic and stuff.
Yeah, oh, fuck that. It was awful.
I did like the card game a lot, though.
Yeah,
which they brought over they brought it over to 9, and it's the same, so I can't complain about it.
Yeah, I remember liking that, too. I don't remember the game, but I remember liking it.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's it.
Cool. Anything else for you, Dave Banjo?
I think mine was Final Fantasy VII, just because just because of all the music and everything. It really drew you into the story.
So
and
good.
like the realistic backgrounds and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good.
A lot of that.
Yeah, such an immersive world. It's fucking beautiful. Loved it.
Cinematic.
Space base. Dick.
Cinematic dick.
It's coming at you. 3D. ED. Extraterrestrial.
Extra durable.
Anything else, Davo?
Nope.
One last thing I want to say. I remember talking to my friend in Japan, and she was like talking about how she had a PlayStation. I said I had one too. She's like, yeah, you can have a lot of fun, and that's what they called it over there, PlayStation. So the PlayStation.
PlayStation.
I remembered that. They call it PlayStation. They just call it PlayStation out there. Anything else for you, Andrew? That's what I want to end with. Think about it. It's like PlayStation, but they cut it down to PlayStation.
Because they're in a hurry. They're always in a hurry.
Yeah, they're in a hurry over there.
There's no time. Jikanganai. Anything else for you, Andrew?
No.
All right. This has been a podcast. Goodbye. See you next time, maybe. We might take another month off for Dunsery. Okay, trying to get my headset to work. B. Okay.
Looks like someone's on here with us, though I can't hear them. In fact, I can't hear anything. I can't hear you either.
Really? How about now? Do we need to turn the gain?
Now I can hear you. Maybe take it down a notch.
All right, sorry. How goes it?
Pretty good. Just was literally just finished playing my dad in Madden.
Oh, okay.
Did you win?
I did win.
Did you make lots of the touchdowns?
Oh.
I made touchdowns.
Nice. Did you do a cool touchdown dance afterwards?
I did, actually.
In the game or in real life?
In the game. That'd be kind of funny. I should have got up and just was like, yeah, what up?
Your dad's like, I don't like playing with you.
He was pretty pissed. He was like, now this game looks like a real Raiders game.
Oh, no. So you were playing Broncos versus Raiders?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. Oh, wait.
Hey, you want to hear a dumb joke?
Sure.
What's John Elway's favorite internet browser?
Firefox. Yeah, I heard that.
Done.
I heard that one already.
That's a coach for those of you that care about football, or that if you care about football, you know. But if you don't care about football like me, I'd have to explain.
I'm sad about that joke.
Sorry about that joke. You've heard it too?
No, I haven't actually.
Oh.
Hey, what's up,
I mean,
guys?
living out here, nobody cares.
How you guys doing?
We're pretty good. How about you?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Uh-oh.
I hate to be the bearer of
Is it still sound like crap
bad news,
again?
but you sound like you're in a sub. Yeah.
Sounds like you're being abducted by aliens whenever you talk.
It's got to be something with Google Hangout, because I just did a podcast with somebody else the other night. It didn't do this.
And they don't care about sound quality.
Oh, come on. Andrew, what?
No, it did do this, but we did it through Skype.
Huh.
Sounds like a UFO.
Alright, well, let me see if I can look this up real quick. Give me 5.
No problem. You've got 5 for sure, because Davo
Just
and
ask
Joe's
Google
not
how to
even
make Google not make you sound like
Hey,
a UFO.
Google.
Awesome.
You don't make me sound like I'm hovering.
Alright, I'll be back.
Sure. Let's see. Why do I have the song from Super Pitfall in my head?
I almost forgot about that song.
Yeah. I hate to say it, but I kind of like that game. Kind of like it. It's pretty terrible, but I kind of like it.
Fair enough.
I think it's just because it was the second game I ever played on Nintendo, and we played it because we had it, and it was like,
Yeah.
this game is fun, but I want to throw it out the window.
Right.
Yeah. All the time. Oh, man, what have I been eating lately? I don't even know what to talk about. Shoot. Oh, yeah, I know. I had something this morning.
Yeah, you ate this morning. That's
Yeah.
good. I'm just using shitty Apple headphones because Busto had to ruin my headphones.
Oh, Busto. Did he use his Busto gun on your headphones?
He totally did. He's a badass.
He was shooting lemons at your headphones.
He was. It was bullshit.
I was told that you might have done some kind of research, or you might know how to talk about PlayStation, potentially.
Oh, yeah.
Which is good, because Brandon, what? Brandon, my coworker Brandon, Andrew, and myself, we did no research for this whatsoever. It's not good.
Yeah, I've got a few things to talk about.
I mostly missed the PlayStation generation.
Did you?
Like
Why
I
are you
didn't
here?
I didn't get a PlayStation until like a year before the PS2 came out. So
Yeah, I have tons of stuff to talk about. I mean,
cool.
Like PlayStation Magazine and shit like that.
That's right.
Final Fantasy 9.
Hey, there he is. First word he says, he doesn't even say hi. Final Fantasy 9.
Yeah. Final Fantasy 9.
I remember that one was really good.
Right? I love that one.
Sorry. Are you being sarcastic right now?
No, I do.
You have such a weird look.
I don't remember anything specific about it other than I enjoyed it.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that. I misplaced my dongle.
Oh, shit. Let me help you find that for you.
Here's my dongle.
Here's my dongle.
Donkey dongle.
I'm going to have to go drain my dongle pretty soon.
Oh, my. Well, you should do it before we start.
No, I'm good.
Kitty dongle.
I will not be turning this
Do
car around.
not talk about kitty dongles.
Oh, no. I think I told you guys the thing that Shane Benthouse, what the hell's his name? I don't know, whatever his name is. Bettenhausen, whatever. Yeah, he was working at a GameStop, and parents kept coming in asking for kitty dong racing.
Oh, right. That's right.
I've said that a billion times, but it's still funny.
It's still funny.
It's not even my joke.
Always works that way.
Yeah, I have no good jokes.
Do I still sound like Optimus Prime?
Yes. Exactly. The thing is, your voice sounds fine. There's just this like background hum every time you talk.
Autobots, roll out.
That's weird, because it wasn't set to this particular headset at first. My
Try to
computer-
blow in it.
Do not blow it.
You want to blow his dongle?
Oh my! Can you put it in a different USB port, maybe?
That's not gonna do any good.
I don't know.
I mean, that's exactly what it sounds like. Is there's a loose wire? Or it's like, I don't know. Have you ever like just had a guitar plugged into an amp?
Yeah, totally.
Hear that hum?
Yeah.
Have you tried turning it off and back on again? Sorry.
The IT crowd.
Are you ready to rock?
We watched
Are you
all
ready
those
to rock
episodes
Commerce
last
City,
week.
Colorado? That was it. That was the whole thing.
Yeah, we watched the IT crowd like all last week.
Ah, the It crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one episode where he had that phone that kept vibrating, and Moss is like, "Turn it up to 8." And he said, "I'll blow my cock off."
Yeah.
Wow.
That man, the IT crowd's hilarious.
That is a good show. I need to watch that more. I don't know why I stopped watching it. I think I must have gotten through a season. There's probably new episodes, huh?
No. Well, Hulu actually has one new episode because last year or the year before, they filmed one last episode to close out the series, and it's like an hour-long episode. It's pretty good.
That guy with the glasses is hilarious. I saw him on something.
Moss.
Moss, yeah.
Moss.
I've seen him in some other stuff. He's funny.
I like that.
Yeah.
That one where he's talking to those kids, and he's like, "You think this is a flippin' joke?"
Yeah, when they steal something from the mall.
My day.
Bro, my dongle.
My dongle. Here's my dongle. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
I don't know where that dongle went to.
Sorry about my dongle being inadequate.
He's messing with settings really quick.
Oh, word, Motherbird. Are you doing research now, Andrew?
Not really.
Oh, what a turd! You're not even trying now.
I can actually even answer that guy's question about why the CDs are black.
Because they painted it black.
Pretty much. That's it, literally. Because they thought it would look
Can I
cool.
get that sweet?
They were a big fan of Rolling Stones.
Eh? What was that?
I'm talking to my wife. Thank you. I did it just so you would come over here.
Are you talking to us or your wife?
I'm pretty sure he's talking to us. So.
Yeah, come on over.
Just answer it.
Come on over. Come on over, baby.
Oh my.
Oh, goodness.
Why? Oh, okay.
Hey, do you know where that other dongle went that was in that laptop?
He's asking his wife
Are
to
you
find
still
his
talking to
dongle.
us? Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it off the dresser.
Damn it.
There's another one for Sean's headset.
Oh my.
Yeah, we had two dongles. It's a double dongle.
Double dongle.
Double
dongle.
Check the laptop. I didn't see it. I thought I took it off.
Have you seen my
drawer,
giant double
dongle?
dongle?
Oh well, I can look for it later. No big deal.
If it's so giant, why can't you find it?
It's a double-ended dongle.
Oh, I got one. Oh God.
Got one?
I'm looking at the. Sorry, not the dongle. I'm looking at.
Got a double-ended dongle.
If I did, I wouldn't be here. Or if I was.
I got a double dongle.
Gotta go, guys. Got
If
a dongle sitch going on.
Actually, did you guys see there was something that was on the internet about a guy with a double dongle?
Yeah, there was.
I'm sure it's true. It was
Yeah.
on the internet.
Yeah,
Well,
I already put it in.
I mean, don't you think it could
You already
happen,
put the
though?
dongle in.
Don't you think someone could be born with the double dongle?
No,
No?
that was not Logitech.
I mean, it could happen.
I know.
I think it could happen.
Some people are born with 3 balls. Why not?
It could happen to everyone eventually.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you could just grow another dongle.
Oh, so you've seen the internet story about me?
Yeah. You mean Lemon Party?
Gross.
Oh, no.
Bringing that back. Ugh. Double dongle Lemon Party. And we are so base. Base.
Yeah.
When I say we, I mean me. But no, seriously, this guy was double donging it. And
Yeah.
okay, I guess he did like an AMA on Reddit or something, is what I heard. Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
actually-
he did.
Oh shoot, we're on ham mode over here. So everyone was just like asking all these questions. I was like, I have so many questions too now that I think about it. Like, does
Yeah.
he pee equally out of both? Does he
Right.
ejaculate out of just one or both?
Mhm.
Think about it.
Yeah, no,
Go through
seriously.
like extra Kleenexes. I mean, just kiddish.
2 socks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has to ruin a pair of socks.
Now you no longer have a mismatching pair of tube socks because they're an even number.
Yeah.
He needs both.
I've never understood that. I would never rub such a coarse fabric on myself.
Right?
I mean, we just have like
I never
cracks
got
up
that
in your
either.
Tracks.
Yeah.
Plus,
Let me
you
use
get
this.
athlete's cock. Sorry, Jen. This is
Rub this
really
cream on it.
Ugh. Yeah, but seriously, think about it. I'm really thinking about it like a lot.
No, you're right.
You
You're
got
absolutely
doolies. I
right.
mean, what would you do with it? I mean,
Doolies.
what could you ever get them tangled? I don't know.
Tangled.
Two snakes fighting.
I mean, that wouldn't be a problem for me. I'd probably just be like super tink on. But anyway, let's see. What else?
Do they both get hard at the same time?
Yeah.
Right.
That was another one I had. Like, what if you get one? It's like, yeah, thunk, and the other one's like,
just kind of whimpers up.
yeah.
It's not as strong.
What if you like put one in the fridge and one like in a warm climate? One gets shrinkage and the other one doesn't.
What?
You just
Like, my left one's in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
And my right one's in the
Yeah.
fridge.
What if you stand on like the equator? I don't know what I'm talking about.
Is
Do
that
they helicopter in different directions?
Yeah. Oh, you can really helicopter dick. I mean, if you go to Australia, do they helicopter dick in the other direction?
No.
What's all this blinging?
It's Ryan, and he sent us a lemon, it looks like.
Lemon party.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like a sad face.
Oh, I don't see it.
I can't find.
Does
Going
that
to
mean he's
purchase
like off
a
the podcast?
He's gonna buy a non-USB microphone and see what that does.
Oh, right now? Going back tonight.
He's like, I'm getting Amazon instant delivery.
Man, you got Prime. They're gonna send whatchamacallit over? Send it by drone?
By drone.
Isn't that something they're working on?
Yeah.
I mean, if it sounds like a turd, that's not fortunate, but I guess he could mute himself when he's not talking.
Yeah, but the problem is when he is talking is when it sounds bad.
Yeah.
Like when he's not talking, he doesn't sound like anything.
We'll just have
That's
to be
true.
quiet for him, and he'll just be like...
like Soundwave.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder why it just buzzes on here.
Might be his vibrator.
I was going to make a joke about that, but I don't want to hurt his feelings because he's already having problems.
With his vibrator?
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt his
Double
feelings.
dong?
'Cause-
I don't want it to make this podcast sound like shit. What a nice guy.
This is a sad cast.
Man, that beer's staring me in the face. I just want to drink it. Did you pick any themed beers there? Oh, well, let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
I didn't.
Eric tried really hard. I haven't heard the story behind the theme here.
Yeah.
It's really dumb, as they all are.
I'm also not feeling great. I'm kind of sick.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are
No,
you
no
staying
worries.
down to
I've been
podcast?
sneezing. I've been
All right.
sneezing all day.
Don't get me sick, guys, over the internet.
Yeah.
Don't give me virus. All right, cool. So you guys want to just get started?
Let's
Okay.
do this.
All right. Hey, welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the fucking podcast.
I was trying to remember how I do it. Hey, welcome. All right, so we're talking about games. Just do it real quick. Okay. Hold on.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, I'm just trying to...
Worcestershire?
Yeah, sorry about that. Hang on a second here.
Eric is like really out of sorts. He's, like, he's looking around all confused.
Well, because hold on, I don't want this to pop again. I'm trying to think of a way that we can get
Ooh,
this.
that totally is what does it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it's got this really long cord, so sorry about that.
Here, scooch the laptop over so your
Yeah.
elbow's not on the cord.
That might help.
There you go.
Elbows and assholes.
Let me see. Oh, hang on a second.
Two
I'm
of
gonna
my
try and
favorite
Fix
things.
this real quick. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to fix this. Half a second.
21st podcast, and it's still unprofessional.
Well, it's drunk.
The drunk cast.
I'm gonna cough. I'm trying so hard not to. I'm just like, oh.
Can you mute your microphone before you do it?
Yeah, actually, I can.
You got?
There
Wait,
you
you
go.
got coughs? You want to cough it up real quick?
Yeah.
Just do it.
Let's see here. Let me try and get this. Hang on.
All right, I coughed it.
Good job.
I did it.
You duded it.
I did do it.
Okay, sorry guys, we're ready. My bad.
Are you
No,
sure?
no worries.
Okay, how about a proper introduction? So,
Oh, man.
all right. Thanks a lot, guys. That was long.
That's what she said.
Oh no, she didn't. Edie. Poor Tom.
Tom Brady.
Poor Tom Brady.
With his dizzle for shizzle.
No wonder he's so good at football. He doesn't think about sex.
Yeah.
Or his like amazingly beautiful wife.
No.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You
Jizzle.
like
Yeah, Jizzle.
Don't you like Tom Brady?
Wait, why'd you say
Johnny
Jizzle?
Her name's
Her name's
Giselle.
Giselle.
Jizzle.
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 Jizzle. For Jism. Like to talk to the big Snoop Dizzle.
Tell him to tell her.
With the erectile dizzle. Dizzfizzle.
Johnny,
Somehow
don't you
get
like
the
Tom
word
Brady?
ED into the title of this podcast.
How about
PSX ED?
How about ED Surf and Sport by LJN?
Ronald McDonald's a dick.
Ronald? No, I can't put any of those pictures. Those horrible.
We're calling Noid porn.
Noid porn. Oh my god. I think it'll be whatever the question was before you looked it up. What do you think? Do you think there's any Noid porn? I think that's what it's called. You think there's any Noid porn?
Yep.
Avoid Noid. You know what? That's a good game. I like that game.
Oh my god. Oh, is that on the Genesis?
No, Nintendo. Isn't it?
Yeah, Nintendo.
Like a Japanese game, it is.
It's Capcom, isn't it?
Which is why it's good. Yeah, it is.
Thanks. Yeah, it is.
Oh, the Noid.
Jizzle. Hey, it's Tom and Jizzle. I don't know why they call her Jizzle. He has ED. I'm pretty sure you can't jizzle unless
Because
you
he also
have
has PE.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you can't ejaculate flaccidly, but maybe you can. Can you imagine that? Complete fruition.
Like,
plastic. Totally. It
comes out like a tube of toothpaste.
Straight on your nuts. Like, just straight down.
Yeah, just gonna just.
Sorry.
All right.
So that's a great way to end.
Go to bed.
Yep. Okay. Good night. Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Peace.
Peace out.
Later.
It's the kind of game I want to play. I want to play it.